we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night's Blazing Pedals Truck Series, presented by the TRJKarting.com website. Guys, if you haven't been out there yet, they've brought an exciting season to us this year. The best way I can think of to thank them, Rick, is to come on out, go on your web browser, go to TRJKarting.com.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. What an outstanding season here. This is the last of the season, man. This is race number 12. The first 11 races are in the books. We had just a few winners this year, and it's kind of surprising that we're here in Michigan, Chris, and it's kind of cool because this is the track where they started their season back on January 20th. The winner of that race was Tyler Garey. Tyler Garey, now that number 26, is showing one of the best laps out there so far. So that's pretty exciting. And here we are, man. I mean, we're in Michigan. It's going to be fabulous.
A 2-mile track getting set to do 150 laps. That's 300 miles. And we're just kind of watching the TRJKarting.com Toyota Tundra run around this D-shaped track. Ian Habiak showing us the way. And yeah, it's been a great season, Rick. I can't wait to see what these guys do next year. Or, well, I can't say next year, can I? Next season. And we've got a lot to talk about between here and there. But I know that these guys are looking forward, kind of putting this season behind. Michael Cozy came in here tonight as the points leader solidly, Rick. We talked about it already. 8 wins out there this season. Ashton Slice going to be in second position coming into the night with 1 win. Tyler Garey, the only other driver out there, he's got 2. Tyler Dugan, Dalton Kilroe rounding out top 5, and Ian Habiak actually fell out of the top 5. Very close margin there, 2 points, looking to see if he can try and battle his way back in to a top 5 finish in the point standings. Going to be a heck of a race. We're going to find out here in about, I don't know, 14 minutes or so.
And I mean, it's looking to be good here, Chris. I'm looking at what is going on out there right now. It is 78 degrees air temperature, that track temperature, nice and slick at 106 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you already said, we got 150 laps and 300 miles. So this is going to be a really good race.
You know, Rick, there is one other thing we got to talk about tonight. There is a tire rule in effect here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know about that?
Yeah, so that's one of the interesting things. I mean, these guys have been doing a fabulous job all season, trying to mix things up a little bit. So tonight, 150 laps. The track is slick. The tires will go away quickly, Chris. We were actually just here on Friday night with the Relentless guys, and we saw those tires just going away really quick. Here tonight, the rule is these guys are only allowed 3 tire changes. So that is going to be huge. I mean, that's something that these guys got to really split this stuff up, kind of like a stage race almost, of when they're going to come in for tires, because if you use them too early, you could set yourself up for failure at the end of the race. So that's something definitely that these guys are going to be thinking about. And they are. I mean, these guys, you know, they're out here. They've been practicing all week, and they're ready to go, man. I mean, this is the season ending. Next season, we're looking at, they're hopefully looking at starting around May 5th, I believe it was. So that's going to be kind of interesting. These guys also have some charters for sale. If you guys want to get in and race with these guys, I know they have an entry league that runs on Friday nights. That's kind of your first step. Once you prove to these guys that you're a good, clean racer, you can come out here and race with these guys here on Sunday nights. And it's just been an honor and a pleasure to be working with Mark, Ryan Wash, all the drivers here. Terry out there, he's going to be racing tonight. He's back from vacation. That's Terry Foster in the 86. So it's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to this race and to see what happens next season.
Tim Habiak checking out on track. As we do too, got to take a look at some of these drivers out there. Tyler Garey in his number 26. Fastest lap so far in practice. Rick with a 39.620, 39.877 out of that man right there. Brian Dees in 17. And the 86 of Terry Foster. Third fastest so far here in the practice session. Of course, all that goes away when we start qualifying, but those 3 trucks looking really good right now. Ty Morosco has a pretty good lap under practice as well. And then Michael Cozy coming into tonight. Obviously, the points leader pretty much has this one locked up. I don't know if there's a way. Oh, well, maybe if he does that early on. I don't know if there's a way that he can actually lose this one. These guys piling in, having a little bit of fun, knowing that tonight is the last race of the season. And we do too, Rick. And we're going to get ready to get it on, guys. We're going to be right back here in just a few minutes. We'll keep the action on the track going. We're just going to step away for just a couple of minutes. And we got some stuff we're going to discuss. And we'll be right back. And that does it for practice. And we're getting ready to watch some qualifying, Rick. And it's going to be really interesting to see if some of those practice times can kind of carry over into qualifying here tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, those guys are out there. I mean, yeah, they're having a little bit of fun. Of course, it is the last race of the season. So what better way to just kind of unwind, get ready for this race? I mean, really, there's one person that pretty much has it locked up, like you said earlier, Chris, and bar something crazy happening. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the track temperature just looking, so we knew that it was about 106 right now. It's fallen down to about 104, so a couple degrees. That air temperature is still sitting at 78, so it's partly cloudy, so that we might see some shading come in on the track there, but I don't think we have much to worry about there, Chris. We got a couple guys out there getting ready to hit the track.
Yeah, truck number 9, Nick Acquier. Getting set to qualify his Toyota Tundra. Just waiting for him to cross the start-finish line, get this lap started, and he does. So we are off and running here. First truck attempting a qualifying run, the number 9. Dives down into turns 1 and 2. Should see a lot of speed out of these trucks tonight. They look to be handling pretty decent out there. Track is wide enough to handle some 3 wide, so got to be cautious and watching out for that. First lap for Nick, a 45.83. Emmanuel Wolf on track as well. There's number 20. Hop right into the gyro cam here and take a look from the inside, see what it looks like from the passenger seat. As Emmanuel Wolf dives down below the white line to cross the start-finish line.
That's something I think the viewers are out there, we're going to see a lot of tonight, Chris. I mean, you pick up a lot of speed down there, so why not go down there and use that little flat part of the track there, gain a little bit of speed, but it is kind of dangerous sometimes too.
Yeah, it can be. You got to be careful when you come back out on track, not to lose control of the truck. So definitely something to watch for there. As the 20 getting ready to put down his first lap of the night. Again, down on the apron of the racetrack, a 48.40 for Emmanuel on his first lap. Good enough for second spot. Chad Oxendine, the number 29, the Goodwrench Chevrolet Silverado, getting out there trying to qualify. Chad has been a very fast driver this year, Rick. Just hasn't had luck. It seems like whenever there's a problem on the track, somehow, some way, the 29's involved as he comes off from the wall right there.
Yeah, a little commentator curse there, Chris. So this lap is not going to count. He knows that he's shutting that 29 GM Goodwrench Chevy down. I'm going to try it again. But yeah, I mean, that's the luck of a lot of drivers that they've had this season, Chris. I mean, we talked about it. Michael Cozy Jr. came out here. He's won 8 of the 11 races ran so far. Tyler Garey's won a couple. Ashton Slice dominated at the Daytona Road Course. So, you know, Chad, like you said, Chad, there's a bunch of guys out there that have had that issue. Ian Habiak, he's been having a good season. He had, you know, some good racing there last week, did what he had to do, got tied up into a little bit of a mess. So, you know, he ran in the top 10 all night, but just not where he wanted to do. Tyler Dugan is another one that we're used to seeing up front, not having the night that he has been wanting lately. So, this is the last race of the season. Emmanuel Wolf in that 20, Chris, with a 40.490, has the pole right now.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wolf with a very good second lap of 40.490.
You know,
out there trying to get it done. This is the first lap that'll count. The 16 crosses the start-finish line, Rick. And Ian with a really good lap. Hello, a 43.01 out of Ian Habiuk.
And that right there, Chris, that's one of the joys of watching and broadcasting this league. I mean, we've been watching Ian grow now for this is the second full season, and he's been doing an outstanding right now, sitting on the pole. Now, listen, Ian, Tim, I can tell you why he's there. I bet you can't guess what I'm wearing. I bet you probably can, though. That's right, it was washed tonight. It's nice, warm, comfy. Got my TRJKarting.com sweatshirt. I love this hoodie, Chris. Now summer's coming though. I'm gonna have to pick up a t-shirt. Starting to get a little warm.
Chad Oxendine for his second lap takes over the pole, a 41.36. And we go on board the number 58. That's Kyle Gilbert.
Kyle Gilbert is another gentleman that has not had the season that he's really wanted, Chris. I mean, we know Kyle from a little ways back there. He's always up there towards the front. Just hasn't had the best of luck so far this season. Skittles checking out there in chat. Hey, Skittles, the hoodie baby. That's right, Tim. I love my hoodie, buddy. And I'm glad to support you and Ian, man. It's been fabulous watching you guys grow here in iRacing with the league, with the Blazing Pedals League, and out on the track on the real life, man. Congratulations. You guys are doing a great job.
This qualifying run will be over in about 3 minutes, 15 seconds. And points leader, Michael Cozy Jr. out on track, getting ready to qualify his number 77. And usually he does some pretty exciting stuff on a qualifying run. We'll try and check out and see what happens with the 77. Oh, it looks like he's just kind of taking it easy around the track here. Definitely not up to full speed. Maybe just practicing some drifting here just to see how it goes. If I sound a little quiet tonight, guys, I'm going to explain that to you here in just a little bit. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Just a little bit there. Yeah, Cozy just having fun out there. So we'll go on board the Robin Eggs Whopper number 21. It's Ty Morosco. That is a bright truck.
Yeah, it really is, Chris. I mean, Easter right around the corner, man, out there with the... Oh, man, those Robin eggs look good. I actually had some of those today, I won't lie. They're not my favorite Easter candy. I'm pretty stuck on my Cadbury eggs and my black jelly beans, but something about those Robin eggs. The blue and white ones taste the best, too, just so you know. My kids tell me they all taste the same, but I think that's a lie. You know, Tim, it's funny you say that. Now, I'm looking back at the race results for the first race here of the season. Michael Cozy was not in that race. So we don't know how he races here in Michigan. That's something, maybe he knows that this maybe isn't one of his, better tracks. It's going to be kind of interesting to see what he does here tonight.
Ty Morosco comes across the start-finish line 7th quickest so far here in qualifying, with just under a minute to go. And Rick, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity, if you'll let me. So, for you guys that know me, usually I'm a little louder, a little bit more excited right now, a little subdued, and I promise I'm going to try my best to get into this race as best as I can. But this morning at about 5:30, I received a phone call that one of my uncles passed away. So it's with a heavy heart that I'm here, but I do not hide away from responsibilities. I have a promise to Mark and the admins of Blazing Pedals. I have a promise to my co-host here, Rick Hammond, and to anybody who I put out as best I can. Yeah, so Rick's probably going to do a little bit more talking than normal tonight, and I'm going to let him. I'll bring you all the action on the camera side, guys, and enjoy the race.
Well, there you have it, buddy. And listen, all our thoughts and prayers are with you, man. Master making me cry. I'm going to make you pay for that one later, though, at a different time. But we got this, brother. So qualifying is done. And these trucks are going to line up something beautifully that iRacing has done. They're going to line up over there on pit road, kind of staggered. If I can get my cameras to work here with me. Or if guys would just stay on track, that would be even better. We can go down the starting grid. So we talked about him earlier, Chris. Chad Oxidine had that fastest lap with a 40.136. So he's going to be starting on the pole here. And I just want to get these guys rolling a little bit. Give a couple guys out there. Emmanuel Wolf we're waiting for. Sam Baumgarten. Bryce Lewis in the 12. Ashton Slice out there in the 68. And welcome, race fans. I mean, here we are. This is the season end championship race. This is going to be a good race. All right, so starting on row number 1 with the pole, as we said earlier, Chad Oxidine in that number 29. On his outside, it's going to be the 24, Dalton Kilroe starting second. Starting third is the number 19 of Tyler Dugan. Number 16, Ian Habiak going to be rolling that TRJKarting Toyota Tundra in 4th position. 5th place, Kyle Gilbert in the number 58. Next to him, the 78 of William Locklear. In 6th, Brian Dees in the 17, going to be 7th. Ty Marasco in the 21, 8th. Ashton Slice qualified his 68 Icebreakers machine in 9th position. Next to him, Nick J. Rose in that number 41 in 10th. Marshall Newton in 11th in the 76 machine. The 20th, Emmanuel Wolf, qualified 12th. Nick Acquier in the... I lost Nick. There we go. My screen is going crazy. In the number 9 car, going to be starting 13th. Next to him, we got Michael Cozy Jr. starting 14th in that 77. Tyler Garey, the winner here at the beginning of the season in that 26, 15th. Sam Baumgarten, the 42, 16th. Bryce Lewis in the 12th, 17th. Terry Foster back from vacation in that number 86, qualified 18th. And that's rounding out the field, my brother.
All right, the field is set. We're getting ready to go green flag. We got just a pace lap to go here. Pace car lights are off, guys. I appreciate the offer, but as I said, I make a promise I will be here. I'll be fine. We're going to get through this race and hopefully have the conclusion to what's been a really, really good season. It's one of the things I look forward to the most during the week. So here we go, Rick. Pace car starting to slide on down. Chad Oxendine on the pole tonight. Looking forward to try and take over a lead lap here. Chad hasn't done that in quite some time, and tonight is going to be his night. As the green flag waves, we are gone.
And man, what a good start that number 29 got, Chris. He's bringing Tyler Dugan and the 19 right with him. Looks like Oxidine's going to move up now. We saw this. A lot of passing goes on the outside, but Chad's trying to just block everybody. But right there, Tyler Dugan looking on the inside. He's got a bumper on him right now. Man, this is getting good. These guys, everybody got a real good restart there, Chris, or start to the race. They're just bunching up, trying to get into the position that they want right now.
29, Chad Oxendine trying to stretch his lead out just a little bit as the guys behind him running 2 by 2, the 19 and the 24. Dalton Kilroe and Tyler Dugan getting it on the 24 on the outside. He's got Kyle Gilbert behind him. The 19 pulls up just in front. Barely a whisker, enough room there for Tyler Dugan. He made it work. Dugan runs in 3rd now with Kyle Gilbert right behind him. Watch out for the 5th place runner. That's Brian Dees, and we're under caution, Rick. Nick Rose in the 41, Rick.
Yep, Nick Rose in the 41. It looks like maybe Terry Foster in the Bud Light machine.
Going back on the MaxSpeedTV instant replay, we've got Terry Foster to the inside of Nick Rose in the 41. Going to be interesting to see what happened here, as the 41 was kind of giving a wide berth. Oh, the 86 looks like he got tight. Oh, and the 77 gets around. 77 was able to save it, but Nick rose hard into the wall, able to come on back onto track. So he is not done yet. It does bring out the first caution on this very early race. Rick, lap 3 of 150.
Yeah, I don't expect too many people coming down pit road. I know the guys that were probably involved in that accident will come down, have some repairs done. One thing to remember here, folks, there's only 3 tire changes allowed tonight. So these guys can come down pit road to get fuel. They can come down and get some repairs done, but they can only go up on the jacks 3 times.
Yeah, something to definitely pay attention to there. Got to pay attention to those tires out here tonight. Can't kill them early, that's for sure. You're going to want some sets, and you're going to want them when you need them the most. And that'll be, of course, towards the end of the race. You can give up a little bit at the front side, but you can't give up. It's kind of crazy, actually. If you give up too much on the front side, you might not be able to catch them on the backside. So something to watch out for. Obviously too early for tires at this point, although the 24 made a run at it. So these guys all going to stay out. Terry Foster is down on pit road getting some service done to his Chevy Silverado. Michael Cozy Jr. going down pit road. Cozy might be looking for a gas and go here out of his 77. We'll follow him to watch.
Chris, I just got a message from somebody in TeamSpeak, Tim Habiak, out there in the live spotting channel. You know, with the restarts, we might want to go down there and just listen in and see how him and Ian go. And that's something that has been fabulous. That's something that I definitely want to continue here during the broadcast, even after the season, because it's really cool listening on how these guys with the real life spotters work and how much I honestly want to say it's better. I mean, I use the Crew Chief app. Chris, you've spotted for me a bunch of times. I honestly like having you spotting for me. It's a familiar voice, so I think that's something that we should do.
All right. Well, I think we can definitely do that, as we've got lap number 4 getting completed here.
Once I see those lights on the pace car going off, Chris, I will drop us down into the live spotting channel. So what you guys are going to be listening to is the driver of the number 16 TRJKarting Toyota Tundra of Ian Habiak, with his real life spotter, his dad, Tim Habiak, owner of TRJKarting. Now listen, if you guys haven't gone to TRJKarting.com yet, supported Tim. It doesn't matter if you're a sim racer, a real life racer, go out there and get him some stuff. So Chris, I'm going to go ahead and move us down there.
I think it'll be all right. You got we'll try to stretch out the first run about 60 laps and go from there. See what we can do. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, just try to get some separation in between, you know, the first start of the race, but try to keep it off the wall. As long as we keep the fenders on there, we'll be okay. You gotta have those. You gotta have all 4 fenders on this thing. Yes, sir. 5 laps in, so we should be able to make it to right about lap 90 or so for the first pit. If we go that route, we'll just see what happens. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Sunday night under the lights, Michigan International Speedway. All right. Who are you behind? You're behind Dugan in that, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Pit car's down at the bottom. Pace car's on pit road. Green, 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 green. There we go. Got one to the outside. One on your bumper. One outside. You got Tyler looking all the way at the inside on the apron. Alright, you're good. Clear all around. 78's to your outside fender. Tyler Garey's on your bumper. 78's at your fender on the outside. 78's at your door on the outside. You got one on the inside, out, one back. 78's outside. Outside, one lane up. He's outside on your door, one lane up. All right, clear to the bottom. Clear to the bottom. Clear to the bottom. You're clear top, 2 lanes. All right, one outside. You got the 78 outside on your door, one behind him. You got one on your fender on the outside, one on your fender on the outside.
There we have it, folks. I was on board with Ian Haybiak. I wanted to break because we've had some battles here for second place. Got the number 58, Kyle Gilbert making his move on the 24, Dalton Kilrow. Tyler Dugan's there now going over Dalton Kilrow right now in his new paint scheme. I'm used to seeing him in that flaming DuPont truck, Chris. He's out there with the 24 Monster Energy truck. It's a beautiful truck. I love these paint schemes that these guys have, man. But what we just listened to, like I said, that was Ian Haybiak, the driver on the number 16 TRJKarting Toyota Tundra, and his live spotter, Tim, man. And it's just amazing. And I'm sure we'll go back throughout the race and listen to him again, man. It's really cool on how all that stuff works.
Certainly having a calm, cool, and collected voice in your ear throughout the race can help. And Tim doing a fantastic job trying to navigate Ian through the traffic. Especially tough on a restart right after a caution, because you still got those early race butterflies going on, Rick. And, you know, Ian doing a good job back there in his TRJKarting.com Toyota Tundra.
He is right now. He's broken into the top 10, Chris. He's sitting there. He actually just fell down. Emmanuel Wolf was able to get around him in the number 20 machine. Ian falls back to 11th position. But he's not done there yet. I mean, he's got his dad there. As a matter of fact, he just retook 10th place. So with his dad in his ear, man, I mean, that just really helps calm you down. When you have that live spotter that can tell you what's going on to keep you, I guess, a little concentrated, focused on the race. And not to let you get a little frustrated. I mean, it's frustrating when you get an early caution, you know, like that. You want to just get out there. You want to race. Like Chris said, the butterflies are floating around your stomach. And so it's really helpful to have that voice that you're so used to hearing on the other side of the radio and help you out through the traffic.
Oh, right now, Tim's got to be telling him to his inside the 77. Michael Cozy there. Michael Cozy trying to make himself go from the rear of the field to the front. Maybe a challenge tonight for the 77. Maybe it's a self-imposed challenge. I don't know, but the qualifying effort that he put forth really wasn't there, Rick. He was busy drifting that 77 around, and that may come back to haunt him as far as winning this race. But there are some good battles going on throughout the rest of the field. Chad Oxendine up front in his number 29, the 58 of Kyle Gilbert right behind him with Tyler Dugan and Dalton Kilrow. Ashton Slice making up the top 5, and William Locklear sitting behind him. Locklear last week had kind of an odd race. At one point, he was down quite a few laps, ended up finishing in the top 5, if I remember correctly. And good run out of him. Just went down laps early, was never really able to get him back up. Still made up plenty of position on track, though. So a good run out of him. Sitting in 7th spot, the 26. That's Tyler Garey. Tyler Garey was the first winner at this track this season, and he would love nothing more than to do a repeat of that win. Brian Dees in that Doritos number 17. Brian, good to see you back out there, bud. Hope the eye is feeling good, all healed up, ready to go in that number 17. Ty Morosco, we talked about that truck earlier on, man. That thing is bright, can't miss it out there. And he's running in 9th spot. Michael Cozy right behind him is taking over 10th from Ian Haybiak. Michael Cozy sitting in 10th spot after starting 14th tonight. Ian Haybiak started 4th. Really dominating performance on the qualifying run for Ian, and he was slipping back just a little bit, maybe just trying to save some tires. There are only 3 pit stops allowed here for tires tonight, Rick, and he might just be saving them. Behind him, though, it is Marshall Newton in the 76. Marshall Started here in 11th position, has slipped back 1 spot, sitting in 12th spot right now. Emmanuel Wolf starting tonight in 12th. He is back to 13th. Nick Aquier is running in 14th position. Nick Rose, actually the truck that brought out that very first caution, the 41, trying to find speed, but he's out there by himself with a little bit of damage to the back end of that number 41 Monster Energy drink. And there is Terry Foster. Welcome back, Terry Foster, from your cruise. Good to have you back out on track representing the Bud Light truck. Good stuff out there. That brings us right back up front, Rick, with a battle. Looks like maybe starting to set up for second spot.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Dugan was right there for a little while. Right now, Tyler Dugan sitting in 4th position, Chris. He actually had second place, but the number 58 and the 24 were able to get around him once again. So battling back, here comes Ashton Slice coming into the mix a little bit too in the top 5. Trying to catch up to these guys and put on a little show right now. Todd Oxnine, though, that number 29 GM Goodwrench Service Plus Chevrolet is enjoying the nice clean air. Not too much pressure. He gets a little bit every now and then as the 58 comes up on his rear bumper, but that hasn't happened in the last few laps. So the 29 having a great start to the race here tonight. These guys are just pouring it on, man. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I want to take a second just to thank everybody out there in MaxSpeedTV land for hanging out with Chris and I here on this Sunday night with the Blazing Pedals drivers of the TRJKarting Truck Series. We're at the championship race here at Michigan. They started their season here. They're finishing the season here, and it's been one heck of a show. We've only had 1 caution here. A couple drivers get tied up into a little bit of a little tip, and now these guys are just going. And like we said, Chris, I mean, these tires, they're going to start wearing away, and these guys are going to be screaming for tires, but they only get 3 sets tonight, so that's going to be interesting to see how long these guys stay out here on those tires and how that all plays out, because it is a long race. We're on lap 16 of 150 right now. So definitely thank you everybody for coming out here tonight. If you haven't yet, give us that thumbs up. Show some love to the Blazing Pedals guys, to Tim Habiak over there at TRJKarting. Make sure you head over to TRJKarting.com. Pick up some swag, man. I mean, the sweatshirt, I can tell you, this hoodie is one of the best hoodies I bought. It's comfortable. It's been holding up to the washes very well. And I got to get some shirts. Definitely got to get some shirts for the summer. But head on over there, pick up some racing gloves if you're a sim racer, get some racing shoes, you know, stickers, posters. There's so much stuff over there that I have on a wish list, man. I'm ready to go. So thank you for coming out here and hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't yet, hit that red subscribe button, hit that notification bell to know when MaxSpeedTV goes live. We pretty much have an awesome race pretty much every single night of the week. Now, what was kind of interesting, Chris, when you were watching that, I was on board with Cozy, and it looks like he might have pancaked the wall just a little bit. I don't see much damage there on the number 77, but definitely lost a little momentum. He's coming down pit road, get his truck fixed. I'm not seeing it go up on the jacket also. He's coming down just for a little splash of Sunoco racing fuel. As I'm watching, not too many trucks going up on the jacks, Chris. So a lot of guys coming in here just to repair the damage, get that tank full of the Sunoco racing fuel and heading back out.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Mark. You're absolutely right. So, as I was saying, Chad Oxendine came into pit road in first place, comes out 10th. Bad stop for him. 14.3 seconds in his stall. 39.7 overall. Tyler Garey going to assume the lead on this one. And I got to believe it's part of a strategy here. Everybody else has come down pit road, at least for fuel. And it looks like we're going to have to get some verification, but maybe Chad Oxendine may have gotten tires there. 14.3 seconds, Rick.
Yeah, if you want to give me a second here, Chris, I will go back and look to see what I can find there to see if he came down and did indeed get tires. Let me do that for you, and I'll report back here in a second.
So up front it is Tyler Garey, Ty Morosco, and Marshall Newton, your top three. Dalton Kilroe picking up fourth spot after pit stops were made. Tyler Dugan in fifth. Ashton Slice, Michael Cozy Jr. And I am looking for a little bit of damage on the right side of the 77. Still didn't see much there. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure out. Looking at the right front fender, looks like it's pretty clean. So maybe, just touched it. It looked a little worse than it was. Ian Habiak looking clean out there tonight in 8th spot. Nick Acquier sitting in 9th in his number 9.
All right, Chris, I'm back from the pit. The number 29, he did indeed get tires on that number 29.
What happens to Who's number logo? Not sure exactly what you're asking there, Charlie.
So if you're asking if he has a custom number on his truck, the league does not have it set up to have custom numbers. So if he does have a custom number, you may not be seeing it here on the broadcast.
Nonetheless, pace car lights are off. Rick, we're getting set to go back to green flag racing. It's going to be Tyler Garey, Ty Morosco, Marshall Newton, Dalton Kilroe making up the first two rows. Then it's Tyler Dugan, Ashton Slice making up the third. Michael Cozy going to be starting on the inside in position number 7 with Ian Habiak right behind him. And the 26. Oh, we got something going on here. The 77 falls back in line. I don't know what was going on there. Cozy. It's I see what you're saying. On the ticker. Yeah. A couple of things don't work, like white on white, yellow on yellow. All things that we could get fixed.
Yeah, basically what happens is our overlays pull a lot of information from iRacing. So the numbers in the default car paint color have to be different. They are a little bit different on Cozy's paint. His number is a little darker than the yellow that he has set, but unfortunately it's too close. So, it's kind of hard to read there on the actual overlay.
And Tyler Garey takes the green flag, Rick. We are back under green flag. Getting ready to do some more racing. Lap 22 of 150. And Tyler Garey is launching himself out in front. 0.3 of a second lead already. Dalton Kilrow looking to try and take over second spot. And no, Ty Morosco going to hold on the outside, actually takes over second. And the 24 of Dalton Kilrow going backwards. Ashton Slice goes down to the inside. Slice on the inside of the 76 of Marshall Newton. And this one may stick, Rick. 68 to the inside of the 76. The 29 of Chad Oxendine started in 10th spot on the restart. He has made his way back up the 5th spot, knowing he is one of the faster trucks here tonight. He'd taken advantage 3 wide.
Ooh.
Wow, did he thread the needle there. Chad Oxendine goes between Newton and Slice to take over 3rd, and that truck is a Cruise Mitchell, and it is heading for some undetermined country. Holy, that 29 is moving. He gets by Ty Morosco like he's standing still, and Chad Oxendine looking for Tyler Garey.
Chad Oxendine, I mean, he's the only truck that I think that went out there and took the new tires, Chris. So that, I mean, that's definitely going to happen, and these guys are going to see that. But the thing is now Oxendine only has 2 sets of tires left for the rest of the race. Everybody else still has 3 pretty much. So this could turn to bite him. I mean, we watched him. He restarted 10th place. He's back up to the lead right now, and he blew by, like you said, through all those guys to get back up there with no problems whatsoever.
Chad Oxendine may be onto something here. I mean, if we were to go green flag racing the whole way through, from here to the end, Rick, look at this lead. He's got 0.8 of a second already. We've only been under the green flag for 2 laps. And he's got almost a second covered over second place Tyler Garey. This may not be a bad move at all out of the 29 camp. And Charlie, I think it's great that you found a new home here with Rick and I. Can't wait to have you on board next season. Make sure you check out Blazing Pedals. May the 5th, they start their next season.
And don't forget, if you guys want to race with the Blazing Pedal guys, all you got to do is go over to iRacing, click on that league tab, and then do a search for Blazing Pedals Entry League. Put in your application. James Hatcher over there will look at it, get you in, get your number all set up, and you can race with these guys on Friday nights. I believe they're still going to be doing that for next season, which is going to be season 4 here. So that's going to be very interesting. It's the first season with the trucks, and it's been an awesome season, Chris. I mean, I'm so glad these guys decided to bring the trucks out this season. The racing has been outstanding. And it's been a joy to watch and broadcast, man. So definitely, if you guys want to do that, check out Blazing Pedals Entry League on iRacing. Get with them. You'll be racing the same tracks on Friday nights, the same lengths. The only difference is it won't be broadcasted. And if you can prove that you're a good, clean, respectful racer, you could always get invited to join these folks on the Sunday night race. So definitely check those guys out.
Rick, while you're talking, we had a position change for second. William Locklear able to get around Tyler Garey. So Locklear moves himself up to second spot. Meanwhile, Mark's out there saying his tires are going to fall off soon, and I agree, Mark. The only thing is so are everybody else's. Right now, Chad Oxendine a 2.3 second lead over second place William Locklear. We go back into the field a little bit, take a look at Ty Morosco. Ty is running in 4th spot right now, behind Tyler Garey by about a second. Well, call it a second and a half, actually. Ashton Slice behind him, and Slice is bringing along a whole host of cars, including Michael Cozy Jr., Marshall Newton, and Tyler Dugan. Dugan down to the inside, trying to make advancements on his position. Tyler Dugan running in 8th right now. Not able to make a run this time by Dalton Kilrow. Going to be and he's running in 9th position. He's got Ian Habiak all over the back bumper. Looking down to the inside right now. Ian Habiak running in 10th.
I just got word from league owner Mark Arthur, Chris. Fridays may be done due to commitment issues with James. Listen, if there's anything that we can do to help out with that, Mark, you let me know, man. I'm trying to find a way to race with you guys. Maybe we need to switch the nights. I would definitely be willing to come in and help out with that, because I love you guys. You guys do some fabulous racing. You have a very nice, respectful league here, and it's been a joy and an honor to broadcast with you guys. And we understand summers are kind of hard there. Everybody gets busy. Everybody wants to be outside. They don't want to be down in their basements or their race room on their simulators. Chris, I'm watching Ashton Slice there. He is going backwards, losing a lot of time. He's got Tyler Dugan on the 19 on the outside right now, looking to make that pass. He's bringing along Dalton Kilroy on the 24, the 16, Ian Habiak.
Who are the picks to win it? Well, right now, I'd be a fool if I didn't go with Chad Oxendine. However, I am not going to count out the 77 of Michael Cozy Jr. Cozy has won everything this season, except for, was it 3 races? Yeah. Michael Cozy Jr. has been absolutely on fire. No stopping that 77. And he gives a hell of a good interview at the end, too.
That he does. I mean, I don't know if I could really pick Chris. I mean, my go-to guy, Chad Oxendine, that paint, I mean, it means a lot to you and I up here in the booth. We were big Dale Jr. fans. He's out there running the Harvick scheme there with the number 3 on the side there, just above there, just behind the Goodwrench logo as you're looking at it. So Tyler Garey, though, on the 26th, the Wrangler machine, man, he actually won this race on the season opener January 20th. And then Cozy had a 4-race win after that. Cozy taking ISM, Talladega, Gateway, and Kentucky. Tyler Garey again took over the bounty and claimed his Sparco karting gloves from TRJKarting at the Pocono race on March 3rd. Ashton Slice dominated Daytona International Road Course, and then Cozy finished out the season winning Darlington, Texas, New Hampshire, and Homestead. So it's kind of hard to see, man. I mean, there's some big names out there, and we've seen them. They've ran hard.
Yeah, running hard right now is Chad Oxendine with almost a 3-second gap now back to William Locklear. And Chad Oxendine showing he likes this track. Locklear sitting with really nobody around him right now, kind of out there in no man's land, trying to catch the race leader. Not having much luck with it right now. Tyler Garey about 2 seconds behind him, and then it's Michael Cozy getting around Ty Marasco to pick up 4th spot. Ty Marasco under the gun now as the 76 of Marshall Newton goes down below. The 76 looking to get involved. Yeah, very close paint schemes between the two, no doubt about it. They're about opposite of each other. 77 right there, and the 76. Watch for that American flag proudly on the back deck lid of the 76 Chevy. Tyler Dugan right behind him. Tyler is running in the 7th spot right now. And Tyler started in 3rd spot tonight. He's falling back, but looking to try and make it up a little bit as he gets lined up on the side of the 76 for position, Rick. Tyler Dugan trying to crack back into the top 5, has one more truck to do it as he gets around Marshall Newton. Oh, Newton fighting back on the inside. Marshall Newton trying the crossover move in his number 76 and at the line able to do it. Dugan may be able to get back around, though he does have some momentum on the outside line. We'll keep it here and watch this battle for just a couple of laps as the 19 definitely is fighting back on the outside. With that battle done, we go back a couple positions to the 24. That's Dalton Kilroy. Dalton started in 2nd spot tonight. Fell back to 8th spot, trying to make his way forward. Ian Havitt started in 4th. Has fallen back a little bit. Fell out of the top 10 for a little while, but back in it now. Running in 9th position, Ashton Slice in his number 68, the Icebreakers machine. He rounds out the top 10. Still one of my favorite paint jobs on the track, just because it's different. Emmanuel Wolf. He is sitting in position number 11. He started in 12th place tonight. And behind him, it's Kyle Gilbert. Kyle Gilbert's truck a little worse for the wear. Started in 5th position tonight. Currently running in 12th and definitely not up to speed right now, that 58. Nick Ockwire behind him in the number 9 truck. Terry Foster, fresh off of vacation, back to it, boys. Started in 18th. He has made his way up to 14th. Nick Rose involved in the very first caution of the night. And Nick has had a chance to get it fixed up just a little bit. Has a little bit more speed than he did a little while ago. Still may not be enough for Nick Rose, though, in the 41. He is running in 15th after starting in 10th position. And then Brian D started in 7th, was involved in a kind of self-spin almost, Rick. And no real damage to that 17. Just has to try and figure out a way to climb back up towards the front. And that puts us back to the front with Chad Oxendine in the 29, getting ready to go across the start-finish line. The 29 looking very strong out there. The gap 3 seconds, pretty much unchanged from the last time we were there.
Yeah, I've been watching him. I mean, William Locklear is starting to catch up to him a little bit, Chris, but not much. I mean, when I last checked on him, it was about 3.5 seconds. It did fall back a little bit, so the tires on the 29 definitely starting to wear, just like the guys in chat were saying. And but still holding a pretty good lead there, just over 3 seconds still.
Chad Oxendine's last lap, a 41.425. His best, a 39.955. Tyler Garey, to give you something to look at here, his best lap, a 40.146. His last lap, a 41.786. So definitely have some tire fall off here, a little over a second and a half a lap. Tyler Garey out there on his original tires still. 39 laps on those tires. Ty Morosco, Marshall Newton, the only other, excuse me, they're not the only other. Yes, they are. They're the only other drivers out there on the original set of tires. Actually, I can't say that. They're the only drivers that haven't come down pit road yet. The field really stretching out now, Rick, as it looks like Ian Habiuk may be looking to advance another position. He's got the 24, Dalton Kilroy, right in front of him, and it may not be a bad idea, Rick, to listen in on Tim and Ian.
All right, let's bring it down.
All right, well, I lied, Rick. It was a bad time because Tim's not talking to Ian right now. So
well, actually, right after you moved up, Tim was starting to talk, and I'm actually kind of glad that we didn't listen in case, because you know as well as I do, Chris. I mean, when we used to race and we were being broadcast, you know, as a driver, you always want to kind of listen in, and a lot of times just to see if the commentators and the broadcasters are talking about you. A lot of the times it's because you want to sit there and listen to see if you might be able to hear something that some of the other guys are doing. So they were talking a little bit of strategy there just as he moved up, so that might have been the perfect time. We'll definitely keep our eyes on Ian once he starts getting into a little bit of a battle, or if we have a caution or green flag pit stops that come out, we'll jump back down in there.
watching now Emmanuel Wolf. Emmanuel started in 12th position. He's currently running in 11th. Nice bright orange truck out there trying to find some speed. He's about 2 seconds off from his best lap, so it's some serious fall off for Emmanuel Wolf. 42 laps into this 150 lap event. Chad Oxendine still up front, Rick, and I think we have a minute. We're going to go side by side. And we are back after that little break there. Had to put TRJKarting.com on the screen. And while we did that, a couple things happened. Rick Michael Cozy Jr. took over third spot from Tyler Dugan. And Chad Oxendine has opened up his lead to now 3.8 seconds. Almost 4-second lead now. Chad Oxendine doing everything he can to try and win this one. He has led 40 laps of the 46 we've worked so far, Rick. And I'll tell you, he is doing a fantastic job out there. But watch out, because Michael Cozy isn't done yet. He started himself on the tail end of the field in his 77. He is working his way up towards the front, sitting in third spot right now. He's got William Locklear just ahead of him.
Let me tell you, there's already been 3 trucks that come down pit road, Chris. One of them, the 26, Tyler Garey. He was running up front there for a while tonight. He finally came down, decided to get tires here on lap 47. So he is the first truck 1 lap down as the leaders went by him as he was coming out of pit road. Marshall Newton also came down for, I'm guessing, tires because his stint has changed there a little bit. Ty Morosco in the 21 also. Those are the 3, actually now 4 trucks. Terry Foster goes down. He's out there on pit road right now too. So we're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops come in. It's around that time that these guys need at least Sunoco racing fuel, and I'm sure a lot of these drivers are trying to get some fresh rubber and use one of those 3 sets that they have tonight.
Yeah, Chad Oxendine trying to show the way around this track. He is on lap 48 of 150. He did come down, got fuel and tires, so he is good to go for a little while longer. William Locklear came down at the same time, almost virtually the same time on pit road, so I'm assuming they both have tires. Michael Cozy out there. He did come down pit road, but it was only for fuel and maybe a little repair, maybe some touch up or something. Didn't really see a lot of damage on the 77, but he is out there running in third spot. Tyler Dugan in 19, running in fourth. Dalton Kilroe running in fifth spot right now. Ian Habiak is running in sixth. Ashton Slice running his number 68 in 7th spot with Emmanuel Wolf behind him. Running in 8th, Nick Akbier is running in 9th in his 9. And Kyle Gilbert rounding out the top 10. The story right now, Chad Oxendine now a 4.2 second lead over second place William Locklear. Locklear, it won't be too long, I don't think. Let me see here. Let's see if we have a picture that'll show it. No, actually Cozy is about 3 seconds behind Locklear right now. So huge gap to try and make up just to get to second spot. And then he's got to set his sights on the first place runner, Chad Oxendine. That's a lot of work to do right there. Tyler Dugan in that Tennessee number 19. Looking good out there, Tyler. In the top 5, Ian Habiak getting around the 24. Trying desperately to crack into the top 5. Has it for a second. Can he hold on? That's going to be a battle. Just by a nose he's got. You saw it right there. The 16 looking very racy at this point in the race. Charlie, welcome back. 16 holding on to that outside line, trying to hold momentum, trying to hold speed. Can he get around Dalton Kilroe is the challenge right now. Gotta believe pit stops are going to be coming up soon for the 16 machine. Dalton Kilroe defending to the inside. The 16 of Ian Habiak would love to take position, can't do it, falls in line. Gets a little bit of draft there, Rick. And looks like he may bottom down on the inside line. The 16 of Ian Habiak looking for position again.
I mean, Ian's been doing a fabulous job. He started this race, qualified 4th position, Chris. He's worked his way back up to 6th position after falling back there a little bit. And he's definitely putting some pressure, like you said, on the 24. Trying to get around him. I mean, Dalton Kilroe, not somebody to think and tread lightly with other drivers. Dalton's a fabulous driver. He's very competitive out there, and he's also been having a good race here tonight. I mean, I kind of missed the DuPont truck, but hey, that Monster Energy, we'll go with it. Sometimes you got to switch it up just a little bit, you know.
Dalton finds some more horsepower. That 24 starts to pull away a little bit from Ian Habiak. The gap now about 2 truck lengths. Ashton Slice behind those two. and kind of enjoying watching them race back and forth because it's allowing him to kind of catch up on them. Emmanuel Wolf behind him. Oh, Ian, looks like he's coming down pit road. Yes, he is. Ian Habiet breaks off, surrenders position, coming down pit road. Chad Oxendine, still your race leader.
And if you remember, Chris, when we first listened in with Ian and Tim, you know, they were talking about somewhere around lap 90, or I think what he meant was 90 to go. And because, you know, trying to stay out there for 90 laps of a 150 lap race, it's kind of tough. We'll see what happens here. I definitely see Ian getting some fresh tires, so that's going to be a smart thing. We're going to see his speeds increase there. He has finished his surface. He's coming back onto the racing surface now. We got 97 laps to go, so I'm kind of thinking that's where Tim was really talking about. And Ian back out on track.
26 getting around race leader. And at 26, those new tires really doing the trick here as Tyler Garey launches around the 29 of Chad Oxendine, not for position, but to get a lap back for Tyler Garey. Tyler Garey currently sitting in 11th spot. Chad Oxendine, your race leader, he's opened up the lead a little further, Rick. It's now 5.3 seconds. Chad Oxendine really is running away with this. He may have that winning strategy.
Yeah, he may have it. I mean, we watched him do this earlier, Chris, where he went down, everybody else stayed out. He went in for tires, and he went from 10th to 1st in a matter of I think it was like a half a lap, if that. I mean, he was just cruising. And now we have, like you said, Tyler Garey. He's out there kind of doing the same thing there. He did get his lap back, so he is the last car on the lead, or last truck on the lead lap. Marshall Newman's the first truck 1 lap down. They got a little bit of work to do, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Chad Oxendine has there, what he might pull out of the hat here tonight.
Charlie, don't get yourself in trouble with your parents, and I agree. It does kind of stink that iRacing doesn't let us see the pit crew doing the service on the vehicles, but maybe in another patch, who knows? The 29 ain't coming down anytime soon. He is enjoying that race lead that he's got, and he may have that winning strategy again. He is on lap number 56 of 150, has come down for pit stop, taking tires 36 laps ago. So did this man here, William Locklear. 36 laps ago was the last caution. So, wow, these guys are doing a long green flag run here, Rick.
I mean, this is exactly what the drivers want to see. I know the fans kind of want to see the cautions. I mean, number one, that's why we all watch NASCAR racing, right? You watch it for the cautions. The other thing that it also does is it helps get that field scrunched back up there, so we see some good side-by-side racing. But right now, these guys doing a good job. They are kind of fanned out throughout the track. But that's all going to start changing as these guys start coming down for Sunoco. I mean, they're going to have to come down for at least fuel anyway. They might repair a little bit of damage. They might throw on one of the 3 sets of tires that they have here tonight. So who knows? It's anybody's guess on what's going to happen. We have a couple other trucks down on pit road, Chris. The 24 Dalton Kilroy coming in, the 58 Kyle Gilbert. And Charlie, yeah, definitely don't get in trouble, bud. And I want to take a second here to thank everybody out there in MaxSpeedTV land for hanging out with the Blazing Pedals, TRJ Truck Series guys, and Chris and I up here in the booth. If you guys haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up. We only have 7 right now. I'd like to see that jump up. Give these guys some love. Let them know that you appreciate this. This is their championship race. They're going to be coming back on May 5th to do it all over again.
Field certainly is spread out at this point, and one big gap to talk about. 6 seconds from first place runner Chad Oxendine to second place runner William Locklear. Locklear actually coming down pit road. He's thinking enough, maybe enough. William Locklear hitting pit road. May want to watch that service, Rick, see what his thoughts are.
I'm also checking on a Michael Cozy. He came down pit road there. Got his service done too, Chris.
Michael Cozy was not advancing quite as fast as he would have liked. I'm sure he looked and got tires. 14.8 seconds on pit road. That's enough for tires for sure. So Michael Cozy may have a fresh set of tires. He's down 1 lap though. That may force Chad Oxendine's hand here pretty soon. Definitely don't want to give up a lot of time to those newer tires. Chad Oxendine out there in the 29 looking good. Ashton Slice going to be running in second right now. Anybody want to take a guess at the gap there? 26.81 seconds. Oh boy.
I can tell you, Locklear and Dugan did come down and take tires, Chris. So these guys using up one of those 3 sets, getting ready to go, do a little battle. I mean, they've had a good run. We're on lap 60 of 150 right now.
Chad Oxendine really in control of this race in his number 29 Chevy Silverado. And Ashton Schleiss looking good too, as he is currently running in second spot. 68 machine looks good out there on track. Nick Acquier running in third in his number 9. Tyler Garey had taken a pit stop about 14 laps ago. He is up to 4th spot. Brian Dees last on pit road 40 laps ago. Brian stretching that fuel and doing a good job too. He's running in the top 5. Nick Rose brought out the first caution, and right now he is running. Actually, somebody came down. Oh, Ashton came down pit road. No, he didn't. Nick Acquier did. So that bumps Nick Rose back into the top 5 with Marshall Newton.
Yeah, Nick Acquier in the 9 and the 20 of Emmanuel Wolf both coming down pit road, Chris. I'm kind of watching here. It looks like the 9 truck is up on the right side, getting some tires there, as is the 20th. So these guys definitely getting tires here on lap 62 of 150.
Charlotte, no stage racing here. But we do have a heck of a good race going on right now. This is a battle for 6th spot. You've got Ty Marosco in the 21, Marshall Newton in the 76, and look who's just in front of him, the 29. Chad Oxendine peels off, giving up the lead, coming down pit road, and Ty Marosco and Marshall Newton battling it out now for what is 5th spot. Chad Oxendine coming down pit road, trying not to go too fast. Definitely do not want to get a penalty here. He had a really, really big lead over Ashton Schleiss. Ashton still trying to catch up to him. Take a look at Ashton now as he is just going by the start-finish line. The 68 should assume control right there. He has control of the field now in the 68. So Chad Oxendine didn't want to give up any more time on track. Decided to come on down. And it looks like he also may have gotten 4 tires based on time. 15,
yes, he did.
6 seconds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. 4 new tires, second set on that truck right now. On that number 29 GM Goodwrench Chevy. Going back out there, doing what he's got to do. I think, like you said, he was too worried about losing too much time. I mean, a lot of guys came down, they got tires. He's kind of forced to take a second set there to try to get back up there. Chad Oxendine comes back out of pit road, I believe sitting in 3rd position.
Yeah, Chad Oxendine being scored in 3rd, Tyler Garey 2nd in his number 26. He's about 6.3 seconds behind Ashton Schleiss. Chad Oxendine about 12.5 seconds behind race leader Ashton Schleiss. So Chad Oxendine has a little ways to go to try and catch up to him. Ty Marosco in the 21 sitting in 4th. Marshall Newton going to be in 5th spot. You see the 17 of Brian D. He's trying to make his way back out on track. William Locklear in the 78 running in 6th spot. Michael Cozy is in 7th right now after that pit stop.
And Ashton Schleiss breaking up, coming down pit road, Chris.
So Ashton giving it up, coming down pit road. It's going to put Tyler Garey, who was the inaugural race winner here this season at this track, Tyler Garey up front.
So far, it looks like we've had 3 leaders of the race. Oxendine right now with 57 laps led. He's holding on to that number 1 position. Tyler Garey with leading that lap there, Chris. He's up to 6 laps led. Ashton Schleiss got his extra bonus point and the lap led there. So pretty interesting, these guys switching it up a little bit.
Tyler Garey on pit road 19 laps ago. Chad Oxendine trying to catch him up. Chad is sitting about 3.6 seconds behind. So Tyler Garey going to be under the gun here in probably 3 laps or so. Tyler Garey, your race leader, trying to get around the number 9 truck of Nick Acquier. Nick does have slightly fresher tires. Tyler Garey has some speed. 26 trying to figure out a way around. Gets up to the back bumper. And he is just using him as a drafter right now. 26 was right on his back bumper, gets off from the gas pedal through the corner. Tyler Garey crosses the start-finish line now. He's got a 1.4 second advantage over Chad Oxendine in second spot. Michael Cozy Jr. running in third. Michael Cozy is back up in the third spot, looking hard to try and win this last race of the season. The championship all done. It's wrapped up. The 77 is going to be the champion of the season. But he would love nothing more than to win the final race here tonight. And Chad Oxendine down to the inside, takes position away from Tyler Garey. Chad Oxendine now the race leader once again. Chad Oxendine, Tyler Garey, Michael Cozy Jr. top three. William Locklear going to be sitting in fourth spot. Ty Marosco fifth. And that very bright number 21, he is just behind Brian Dees. Brian Dees down one lap. Very much has fresher tires though. Will pull away from Ty Marosco. On board the 76, that's Marshall Newton. Newton came down pit road about 24 laps ago, and he is currently running in sixth position. Dalton Kilrow is number 24. Different paint scheme tonight, same results. Fast truck looking to try and make his way back up towards the front is Dalton. Tyler Dugan in his number 19 sitting in 8th spot with Ian Habiuk right behind him running in 9th. Terry Foster rounding out the top 10. Ashton Slice and Nick Akbier are going to be the last trucks on the lead lap. Nick Rose in the 41, going to be the first truck, one lap down. He's got Kyle Gilbert, Brian Dees, and Emmanuel Wolf along with him. Emmanuel Wolf down 2 laps, Rick. And that pretty much rounds out the field as they run right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. 2 trucks did not take the green flag. That would be the number 12 of Bryce Lewis and the 42 Sam Baumgarten not making their start tonight. So we had 18 trucks there to begin with. 2 of them stayed out. And we have 16 trucks still running, though. And it's been a good race. I mean, these guys doing a great job right now. Chad Oxendine, he is the man to beat, man. That gap to second place of Tyler Garey right now, 3.549.
Yeah, Chad Oxendine really starting to stretch that lead once again. He knows he has to do it. He's only got one more set of tires that he can utilize in this race. So 29 needs to stretch it out, and he is trying to do that. Tyler Garey, he's got 4 seconds to make up to try and get back to the back bumper of Chad Oxendine. And Michael Cozy in his number 77 trying to catch the back bumper of Tyler Garey. The 78, William Locklear, speaking of catching the back bumper, Locklear looking to try and put the challenge on the 77. William Locklear has 1 lap fresher tires, and he is hanging tough with Michael Cozy. Ty Marosco and his number 21 sitting in 5th spot, and that rounds out the top 5. Marshall Newman in the 76, running in 6th spot. Dalton Kilrow is actually trying to take position away from him right now. The 24 down to the inside of the 76. Dalton Kilrow takes position away. Dalton Kilrow now running in 6th spot. Marshall Newton 7th. Tyler Dugan running a very clean race here tonight. Not a lot to say, really. The 19 just does the same thing week after week after week. Nice clean driving. Good strong finishes. That's Tyler Dugan. Ian Habiuk, TRJKarting.com, Toyota Tundra, out there doing everything he can to try and keep a good, strong finish. Came into tonight 6th place in points. Would love to crack into the top 5 for the season. Ian Habiuk has father Tim Habiuk on board, talking to him through every single lap as a live spotter. And man, that is pretty cool. Ashton Slice, we saw him come down pit road about 8 laps ago. He gave up the lead to do it. Ashton is now in 10th spot. Terry Foster right behind him, running in 11th. Terry Foster down pit road 26 laps ago. And with those older tires, not going to be able to put much of a challenge up against Ashton Slice. Terry Foster having a good race though, top 10. What a good way to come back from vacation, have a nice race, and just really enjoy yourself. Nick Auclair out there running in 12th spot. Brian Dees running in 13th, 1 lap down along with Nick. And Nick Rose behind him, 1 lap down, sitting in 14th in that number 41. The 58 truck of Kyle Gilbert running 1 lap down, currently being scored 15th position. And Emmanuel Wolf running shotgun on the field, 16th position. Last truck running 2 laps down. Chad Oxendine doing everything he can do to try and stretch that lead just as big as he can. And it is 7.5 seconds right now, but it looks like Tyler Garey and the 77, 77 into the back bumper of Garey. Garey gets loose, and it's all kinds of action right now. Michael Cozy Jr. in the middle, the 78 to the inside, the 26 outside. 26 may have to give it up, not a lot of room out there. The 77 through the middle, the 78 looking to challenge on the inside, the 26 comes down. 3 wide racing, and it all straightens itself out. Tyler Garey falls in line, sneaks back out to the outside. The 78 of William Locklear looks to get back to the back bumper of the 26. Tyler Garey down to the inside goes Locklear. Locklear looking to try and take position. Locklear now down to the inside, has a fender underneath the 26, and that's going to be enough. The 26 lets him go. Don't want to hold him up too long. The 78 looking really strong out there tonight. William Locklear is trying to chase down Michael Cozy now for second spot. Cozy has an 8.4 second gap to race leader Chad Oxendine. Cozy has made his way further than he has all race, now running in second. Chad Oxendine, I know he's looking at the relative bar inside of that 29 going, uh-oh. I see who's in second spot. It's an 8.4 second gap from Oxendine to Cozy. William Locklear behind Cozy, and Tyler Garey. It looks like his tires may have just given up on him at 26, starting to go backwards as he is losing time to William Locklear. Dalton Kilroe behind him. It's a big gap actually to Tyler Garey. Ooh, Dalton Kilroe. We're going to go on board here. We haven't been on board a truck in a while. We're going to see Dalton Kilroe's line around this track as Kilroe is currently running in 5th across the start-finish line now. Goes up towards the wall, going to dive it down in turns number 1 and 2, about halfway down. Oh, look at that. That's what I thought I heard. Ladies and gentlemen, Dalton Kilroe starting to save fuel. Dalton Kilroe is going to stretch that fuel out. And if he's doing it this early, he's only been out there for 21 laps. He's going to be able to save a ton of fuel. Probably get 3 or 4 more laps out of the truck than anybody else who's going full gun around this track. Dalton Kilroe, very smart racing, looking to try and get it a different way, and that's what fuel conservation is. The whole field has been under the green flag for quite some time, and Kilroe recognizes that, looking to try and take advantage in the number 24.
That just comes down to smart driving, Chris. I mean, he's trying to save as much as he possibly can, give himself a little bit of advantage when all those other trucks have to come down pit road for that, at least for that Sunoco racing fuel.
Dalton Kilroe not losing a bunch of time by saving all that fuel, but definitely is losing a little bit to 4th place Tyler Garey. Tyler Dugan right behind him in the 19. I want to go aboard him and see if he's also trying to conserve a little fuel as he crosses the start-finish line on board in the cockpit of Tyler Dugan's number 19. And Tyler definitely not saving fuel. You never see that red needle go below 7,000 RPM. Back into that throttle, up towards the wall is Tyler Dugan. He is pushing hard, trying to catch the 24 of Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe doing a good job saving fuel. Doesn't want to lose too many positions doing it though. let's see, quick math. Dalton Kilrow has been out there for 24 laps. We've got about 19 laps to go before lap 100. That would put 50. He's going to have to stretch a lot more if he's going to try and do this on one more stop. But I'll tell you, if there's anybody out there that can do it, it's going to be Dalton.
You know, one of the cool, interesting facts about Michigan, Chris, I mean, it is a big 2-mile track. It's one of NASCAR's fastest tracks. I mean, there's no restrictor plates when these guys go out on these tracks, so very fast, wide open. And I think Dalton's just, he's playing smart. I mean, like you said, he is losing a little time to Tyler Dugan. Dugan's catching up right now. It's just under 2 seconds right now. And Dugan is just, he's full bore all the way around the corners and everything. I mean, he lets off just a little bit just to set the truck.
Back on board the 24 to see if he's still in fuel conservation mode. Not like he was. Does let that needle fall behind below the 7,000 RPM, but gets back into it. Slowly pushing that throttle down, saving fuel a different way. Dalton Kilrow definitely still in conservation mode. Meanwhile, the gap up front, Chad Oxendine still holding an 8.6 second lead over second place Michael Cozy. And then it's a 1.5 second gap between second place Cozy, third place Locklear. Dalton Kilrow in the number 24, sitting in 4th spot. And Tyler Dugan, we just talked about these two. Dugan running in 5th. Behind him, it's Ty Marosco in the number 21 truck. That whoppers. Oh, man. I all of a sudden, I just want Easter.
Well, you know, it's funny, Chris, because I just took a break there for a second to you know, do what I had to do. And, of course, I reached into the bag and I grabbed a couple of them robin eggs, man.
Robbing the kids, robbing eggs. Out there in 7th spot, though, Rick, it's number 16. That's Ian Habiak. And Ian running a very good run tonight. Would love to try and advance himself. He's got, what does he have? Tyler Garey is ahead of him in points coming in tonight. So we'll have to have a very strong finish because Tyler Garey has led some laps. But Ian came in only 2 points behind Tyler Garey for 5th in the championship points. Ashton Slice, when he gave up the lead some time ago, was running in the top 10. Now he's up to 8th. Nick Auclair in the 9 truck, running in 9th. 1 lap down the first truck. 1 lap down here tonight. Tyler Garey also running a lap down. Sorry, Rick just wanted to round out the top 10, and that's the one that does it. Running in 10th, it is Tyler Garey.
And talking about Ashton Slice, Chris, in that number 68, he's having a good race tonight. You know, he started 9th, he's sitting in 8th, so he's doing okay. You know, he moved up 1 position, but look who's behind him. That's race leader Chad Oxendine. Getting ready to put him a lap down, man. So Ashton definitely fighting to stay on the lead lap right now.
Oxendine doing something tonight we haven't been accustomed to seeing. He is putting the hurt down on the entire field. Michael Cozy has actually lost time since he's been in 2nd spot. He's lost about a second, 1.2 seconds actually, since he took over 2nd spot to race leader Chad Oxendine. Oxendine doing a great job out there when he's got on fresh tires. And he's just trying to stretch that lead every single time he comes out of pit road. And he is working it hard. 9.6 now, back to Cozy. William Locklear about 11.5 seconds behind your race leader. Running in 3rd place. He's 2 seconds behind Cozy. Dalton Kilrow running about 21 seconds behind the race leader, Chad Oxendine. So Kilrow definitely letting the throttle easy right now. He doesn't want to be on it too hard, trying to save fuel. I think that's his strategy. I think it's a good strategy to try and get back up towards the front of the field. Tyler Dugan right behind him. Tyler is the one that's causing Kilrow to not be able to do exactly what he wants to do as far as conserving that fuel. And it looks like Tyler Dugan may have a run on the outside. He does. The 24 says, I'm not going to save anymore. I'm just going to come down pit road. So Tyler Dugan takes over 4th spot. That's going to shuffle up the whole field. Ian Habiak now going to be running in the top 5. Ian last on pit road 35 laps ago, Rick. So it probably won't be very long before we see him come down pit road. The 16 looking good there in the top 5. Again, want to thank everybody who's out there in chat for coming out tonight on a Sunday night, getting ready to start your week the best way we know how, with a race. Want to thank TRJKarting.com for helping to sponsor the Blazing Pedals Truck Series. Tim, we appreciate everything you do. Want to thank all the drivers. If it wasn't for the drivers, Rick and I wouldn't have much to talk about. We'd talk about the weather.
Which is going to be cloudy this week and lots of rain.
And on a more personal note, real quick, Rick, I want to thank everybody for your support coming into tonight. Kind of filled everybody in on what was going on. And again, do thank you for that support. We are going to get through this race, no problem at all. Fall on tough times, do something you love.
Well, that's one cool thing about the iRacing community, Chris. I mean, everybody's, we like to give each other a heck all the time, but it seems like everybody's really there for each other. And, and these guys here at Blazing Pedals, they're a fabulous league, Chris. I mean, one of the best out there that I've seen. And they do a good job. They come out here, they have fun, they're very respectful, they're very competitive. And it is just amazing to see, bro. And as you know, my thoughts and prayers are with you, and anything you need, you let me know. But man, you're absolutely right. These guys having a good time. And look who is down on pit road right now. That's the 16, Ian Habia. Got the right side tires going on right now. Jack drops. There goes the left side. So he's going to be coming out here with some new tires. I was watching the 24 as he was going through his service. Dalton Kilroy, it seemed like all he did was just take fuel, Chris, but he actually had a little mess up. He actually slid through his pit, had to back up a ways to get that service done. But Dalton comes out. He's sitting in 10th right now. Kyle Gilbert sitting in 9th in the 58. Ty Morosco in the 21 sitting 8th. Marshall Newton in 7th. Tyler Garey in the 26 is sitting 6th. Ashton Slice in the 68 5th. Tyler Dugan 4th. William Locklear in the 78 3rd. And Michael Cozy Jr. sitting in 2nd. And the race leader, who's got a gaggle of cars. He's going to be putting some more people a lap down, my friend. Second place, Michael Cozy Jr. going down pit road, Chris. Michael Cozy there, I watched him down on pit road, Chris. He got 4 fresh tires and a full tank of Sunoco racing fuel, so the 77. He comes out sitting in 14th, 6th position, I'm sorry. Started 14th tonight. Now, one thing to note, we are in lap 95 of 150, Chris. So if I do some quick math, that's telling me we got about 56 laps left to go. Todd Oxine used up 2 sets of the 3 sets of tires that they were allowed here at Michigan tonight, so he only has 1 to go. man, I mean, like you said, Michael Kos Jr. coming out here with fresh tires. All the guys that came down here. Ian came down, he got tires. They're definitely going to be putting some time on, so it's going to be interesting to see how this falls out. I mean, a lot of these guys have at least one set. Some guys have two. What line is the good line right now? Honestly? Oh, we're under caution. That's big. It might have been Harry Foster. No. Yeah, I am not finding the caution. I don't see anything on Gilbert there. He got a little loose. And nothing that would bring out a caution.
Employing a trick that I don't normally use, the number 68 went through the infield. Don't know if there was something else there that caused that to happen, because I'm only seeing, I think, part of the story, but the 68 goes through the infield, and that is what brought out the caution. Tyler Garey is going to be your race leader coming back into this one, Rick. The 29 of Chad Oxendine going to be sitting in second. Pace car lights are off. Trucks have gone around to get themselves back on the lead lap. We'll go over the top 10 as soon as scoring catches up. And they have a long way to go around this 2-mile track to catch the tail end of the field. 10 trucks on the lead lap. And Mark, I can't do that when somebody disconnects. Their information pretty well gone at that point. That's why I had to hit the button that I hit. It brought me to the 68. Just to kind of explain the overlays.
Something definitely happened to Ashton Slice, though, Chris, because like you said, he did go out into the infield. He actually got a little loose there. It looks like he might have overcorrected a little bit, went to the outside wall, bounced off. And with the banking here, I mean, it's not a ton, but it's enough, you know, to send him down into the infield, so.
We keep going 100 laps when we cross the start-finish line. Excuse me, 100 miles when we cross the start-finish line left of this race. 300-mile event really winding down, 2/3 done. Pace car lights are going to shut off, and we are going to go back to green flag racing here. Looks like pace car lights are still on. Overlay lying to me. Gotta love that. So it'll be 98 miles to go. Tyler Garey up front, Chad Oxendine to the outside. Chad Oxendine has led 88 laps so far of this event. Tyler Garey ended up winning this event when the season started. Ashton Slice, we just saw him. He went through the infield. He is still in third. Michael Cozy Jr. going to be restarting on the outside. And that is right behind the race leader of Chad Oxendine. Ty Morosco going to be restarting in, well, scoring shows him in fifth. But he is back a little ways. He's got a couple of lap down trucks just in front of him. Pace car is going to drop down onto pit road. We're going to fire these engines back up to full song. Chad Oxendine looking to try and reclaim the lead. And he's got Tyler Garey on older tires to his inside. Watch for Tyler Garey to try and prevent tire spin out of that 26. This could be big here. Sometimes cautions breeding cautions. The 26 in control as the race leader. Chad Oxendine to the outside. The 26 gets it going clean. And Chad Oxendine actually a little bit slow on that restart. The 29 may have gotten fooled just a little bit on that restart, as he is a little slow to pick up the throttle. And actually has fallen back now to third spot. Michael Cozy down to the inside. Chad Oxendine going the wrong way. Before the caution, had a huge lead. Now sitting in fourth spot, Michael Cozy Jr. able to get around him. Tyler Garey running away. Ashton Slice running in second spot with Michael Cozy right behind him. Slice and Cozy about equal on the tires. Tyler Garey's been out there for 20 laps. And Chad Oxendine, not the restart he was looking for, as the 29 very slow to come up to speed. Gotta believe there may have been a misshift or a clutch issue there in the 29, as he is still going the wrong way.
And look at the teammates work together, Chris. That's a 68 Ashton Slice, a 77 Michael Cozy Jr. over there at Rebellion Racing. Ashton getting a little push to the lead there by his teammate. Ashton goes way up high. That's going to allow Cozy to... Oh, we're under caution.
No doubt about it this time. Kyle Gilbert caught in the act of going around. The 58 down to the inside, 3-wide racing. He had the 21 and the 9 to his outside. Oh, tries to come up and oh my. What a spin. And did you see who was involved with that, ladies and gentlemen? It was the 29 who was involved with that one as well. Unfortunate. We'll go back one more time. 58, Kyle Gilbert to the inside. Watch him. As the 29 still just no speed out of that truck whatsoever. And, you know, I said something. I think I'm going to have to retract that. I don't think Kyle Gilbert came up at all. I think the 21 may have come down into the 58. Yes, he did. And that puts the 58 into the 29, and the 58 goes for a ride. Woo. '58 sit on pit road, and we reset the field one more time. Ashton Schleiss going to be scored as your race leader. Michael Cozy second. Tyler Garey going to be third. Kyle Gilbert's going to feel that one in the morning. Unfortunate for Chad Oxendine, who at the beginning of the race, Rick, I have said he has been fast all season long, just can't seem to catch a break, and here we are again. He is sitting on pit road with everybody else moving, involved in something he didn't have to be. It looks like Nick Ockwire, that motor might be getting ready to expire in that number 9, because there is all kinds of damaged smoke coming out of the back. Cautions breeding cautions here. Nick Ockwire coming down pit road for a very sick engine in the number 9. That gives a lead back to Ashton Schleiss. Did not cross a scoring line, as a 77 was in front of him before that caution, but not for long enough to actually take the lead. The 68 gets it back. Cozy just second. Tyler Garey going to be restarting in third. Dalton Kilroe going to be restarting this one in fourth. Tyler Dugan, Marshall Newton, Ian Habiak as they're running right now. Brian Dees, Ty Morosco, and Chad Oxendine sitting in 10th spot. And he is trying to catch the tail end of the field. And you got to believe that the driver of the 29 has got to be a little hot, as he has had the dominant truck here tonight. And right now going to be scoring in the 10th position.
Now, not that I'm superstitious or I believe in all this kind of stuff, Chris, but one thing that I do want to mention, okay, is Chad Oxendine, dominant truck out here tonight, driving the number 29, which we know was Kevin Harvick's number after Dale Sr. passed away in 2001. He's got the number 3 on the side of the truck also as a memorial, just like the 29 did in the Winston Cup when that happened. And if you look, how many laps has Oxendine led tonight?
Oh, no.
That would be 88. So, man, I mean, I'm just saying, it's kind of eerie. It's very unfortunate. I mean, Oxendine just has not had the season. I mean, he's had a lot of good races, you know, where he's done good. Tonight he came out here dominating, but man, that was just unfortunate for him tonight.
We look from the roof of the pace car, checking out the field behind him. Some damaged sheet metal out there. A couple of drivers hot under the collar. as the pace car lights are off, and we're going to go back to green flag here, Rick, very, very soon.
We are. Is this something that you want to go down to the live spotting, listen to Tim and Ian?
I think we could.
All right, let's do that. We'll give the pace car just a little bit more time here. Once that pace car switches lanes a little bit, Chris, we will drop down into the live spotting channel. We're going to be listening to driver the number 16 TRJ Toyota, Ian Habiuk, and his live spotter dad, Tim Habiuk, owner of TRJKarting. Make sure you head on over to TRJKarting.com. We're going down through the backstretch. Let's bring it down into there.
Yeah, that last pit we should have taken tires. We didn't, so. But we've only got 4 green flag laps on this set of tires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 6 green flag laps. So they don't really start falling off till 15 laps. So hopefully these laps under caution, we got enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. So, well, your tires are fresher in front. Your tires are 4 laps better than everybody in front of you. They should hold up pretty well for the length of the run, so let's see where we're at here. Alright, pit rows in, green. Got one to the outside. Outside off the fender. Outside off of your door. Alright, off your fender. Off your fender. Off your bumper, clear to the wall. Not into the wall. Clear to the wall, not into the wall. Come on, son. Good run, a good race. Hold it together. I don't think anybody up front here is going to break away, because I think everybody, Oxidine, I think, took tires at pit stop when he came in. I think everybody in front here is going to be pretty much in the same ballpark the rest of the race, so. Alright, we're good. You're clear all around. Clear all around. There you got one that's 6 back. 1, 6 back. Next car behind you is 6 back. Stay behind Newton. Gonna be a better entry into turn 1, okay? Truck inside, inside at your door, inside.
As we were listening, we saw Michael Posey going around Ashton Slice for the race lead. Tyler Dugan was able to follow him through. Ashton Slice is falling back to 3rd. Dalton Kilrow 4th. And Chad Oxidine is really pushing that 29, trying to get it back up towards the front, running in 5th spot. Very cool, Rick, listening to that, how calm Tim was. Even when Ian kind of misjudged where the wall was a little bit there. And it looks like it may be Emmanuel Wolf. We'll go back and take a look. Looking at the 20 of Emmanuel Wolf. Down to the inside of the 76. Down below Terry Foster in the 86. Oh, and the two get together. Oh, no. Into the inside retaining wall. Let's see what happens with Terry. Terry actually able to keep it off from the wall, so a little tire damage maybe out of Terry Foster. A good save out of Terry, but unfortunately the 20 goes down to the inside retaining wall. We'll go back and take another look at that one. One more time. Actually, the 20 just had a really good run off in the corner, and he was able to get underneath Terry, and they get together and hard knock for the 20 inside wall. 86 was able to stay off from it, and we are under caution one more time here. Michael Cozy Jr., your race leader. That's going to bunch the field up again with lap 112 of 150 being completed, and Cozy comes down pit road. All the leaders coming down pit road, changing everything one more time. Oh, Tyler Garey having a horrible time on pit road. Back out front, though, it's going to be Ashton Slice taking over the lead here. And look who is going to be starting on the side of Ashton. Oh my, it's Chad Oxendine. Chad Oxendine has led so many laps here tonight at 88. He's going to be back out front. And oh wow.
I mean, this is totally going to mix everything up there, Chris, that we're thinking of. So, as you said, Ashton Slice in first, Chad Oxendine in second, Ty Morasko on the 21, Robin Egg. I robbed a couple eggs from my daughters, you know what I'm saying? They were good. Michael Cozy coming out of pit road in 4th place. Tyler Dugan in the 19th, 5th place. Dalton Kimbrough 6th. Ian Habiuk 7th. Marshall Newman 8th. Tyler Garey 9th. They're having a little issue getting into his pit stall. He slid right through, almost tapped into the back of Michael Cozy Jr., but he was able to stop it just short. And then he had to back up and pull forward again to get his pit crew up over the wall. Nick Rose rounding out the top 10. Brian Dees in 11th. Terry Foster in 12th. And then we have Emmanuel Wolf in 13th. And Nick Acquire in 14th right now. So it's going to get kind of interesting. Where the fun's going to start. So far tonight, we are on caution number 5. That's for 18 laps. We got 37 left to go. 10 lead changes. The guys that have led laps so far, Oxendine in that number 29, as we said earlier in the broadcast there, kind of strange. You got the 88 there for laps led so far. Tyler Garey, 13. Ashton Slice, 9. Michael Cozy Jr. has led 3 tonight. I want to take a quick second, thank everybody out there in MaxSpeedTV land for watching. If you haven't yet, please give us that thumbs up. We got 17 people watching right now. We have 9 likes. I'd like to see that jump up a little bit. If you haven't yet, hit that red subscribe button, hit that notification bell to know when MaxSpeedTV goes live, which is pretty much every night. We broadcast some great leagues here, but right now we're with one of the best, and that is the Blazing Pedals TRJKarting Truck Series. And if you folks haven't yet, seriously, head on over to Tim's site, TRJKarting.com. I'll throw a link in the chat here in a moment. Go over there. If you're a sim racer, pick up some racing gloves. I picked up a pair of autism gloves for $40. And let me tell you, I actually did some racing this weekend. I got a win in Bristol in the trucks wearing those gloves. So thank you, Tim. Those gloves are now winner's gloves. So I appreciate that. I got the hoodie. The hoodie is one of the most comfortable, awesome hoodies that I have worn. This is my favorite hoodie. My wife laughs because I live in this thing, especially on a Sunday. It's my good luck racing sweatshirt. Got to get myself a couple of t-shirts and other stuff. I mean, he's got some beautiful posters. There we go. MaxSpeed, thank you, Chris, for throwing that in. There's that link, guys. Head on over to TRJKarting.com. Pick yourself something up. He's got some beautiful posters with an awesome saying on them. That's something that's got to get down in my race room. I got a couple of stickers for the truck that Tim sent me for my order. And I ordered one. He sent a couple extra. I got one on my truck, man. The thing's holding up great. So just head on over there. Support Tim. And if you're into real-life karting or know somebody that is, send them over there because Tim has a huge selection of parts and maintenance items over there. And they're all comparable prices. Very good pricing. Fast shipping. And I love how he does shipping. But hey, listen, Chris, we are back. We're getting ready to go green. The lights are off on the pace car. Ashton Slice is going to be starting on the inside. On his outside is going to be the number 29, the dominant truck so far tonight. Of Chad Oxendine doing a great job. There's the 21. I might have to go up and get myself some more robin eggs because they are good. And then you get the 77, Michael Cozy Jr. sitting there in 4th. Tyler Dugan, Dalton Kilrow. Rounding out that next line, Ian Habiuk, he's up there. And the number 16 TRJ Toyota Tundra in 7th place. Next to him, Marshall Newton. Tyler Garey going to be starting 9th. Nick J. Rose going to be starting 10th.
Out of the right front bumper of Ashton Slice, waiting for the pace car to come down pit road. We're going to be starting lap 116 of 150 for this championship run. Chad Oxendine to the outside, waiting for the green flags to see if he can get that 29 back up towards the front. Ashton Slice hits the loud button, and the 29 and the 68 are getting it on again. Michael Cozy being held up a little bit. He is fighting with Ty Morosco for 3rd spot. Chad Oxendine falls in the 2nd spot. Michael Cozy came down pit road for fuel only. Last time we had the caution just 3 laps ago. And Cozy now trying to catch the 29. The 68, the 77 teammates, the 29 out there by himself trying to get it done. Michael Cozy looking to the outside of the 29. The 29 looking to the inside. The 68 defends. 68 goes up to meet teammate Michael Cozy Jr. to the outside. 68 has to come back down and defend once again. Michael Cozy up front. Teammate 68, Ashton Slice, looks like he may be left out. Dalton Kilrow in the 24, following the 29, now down to the middle. 3 wide for 2nd spot. Having to be very careful there and very patient. They get through it. Chad Oxendine looking to try and preserve what he can. Oxendine right now 3rd spot. The 24 of Dalton Kilrow. Captain, where did you come from? Dalton Kilrow 2nd spot. Chad Oxendine holding on to 3rd spot. Tyler Dugan has moved up to 4th. Tyler Garey, after that little blip on pit road, up to 5th spot. Ian Habiuk 6th. Michael Cozy doing what he's done so many times this season, leading laps towards the end of the race. Lap 119, make it 120 when he crosses the start-finish line. 30 laps to go. Three wide for 3rd place. Chad Oxendine to the outside, way outside, gets into the wall. Tyler Dugan falls into 4th. Tyler Garey moves up to 3rd, and Ian Habiuk breaks into the top 5. Habiuk down to the inside, trying to put pressure on it. Tyler Dugan. The 16 looking like he's having fun out there. Tyler Dugan and Tyler Garey looking to try and pull away a little bit. Tyler Garey may have gotten a little bump, goes up high. Tyler Dugan down low. This is for 3rd. Ian Habiuk down to the inside of Tyler Dugan. Can't make it stick. The 19 defends off. Tyler Garey running for 3rd. Tyler Dugan in 4th. Ian Habiuk running 5th. Back up towards the front. It's Dalton Kilrow looking like he's going to try and go down to the inside. Dalton Kilrow looking to try and lead a lap here. The 24 doing a good job. And he, had it for just a second there, tied up. The 77 has him by a tire. Now a door. Michael Cozy Jr. pulling away on the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Dalton Kilroe looking to try and make a move back. Kilroe ahead by just a nose. Dalton Kilroe looking to try and lead this lap, and he's going to do it. The 24 with a lap led right now. That was the first lap of this race. Dalton Kilroe has tasted the lead, and he wants more. The 24 definitely pouring it on here late in this race. Dalton Kilroe looking to try and make the pass clean. Can't quite do it. The 77 battling back. Michael Cozy battling back on the outside. The 24 trying to do everything he can to hold on. Charlie not sure where the season opener is going to be yet. Oh, the 24 bumps into 77 as they battle on. Cozy reassumes the lead by a nose. As the 24 and the 77 touch, the 77 had momentum carrying him. The 24 now to the inside. Drag race down the backstretch. The 24 and the 77. The 77 with an advantage. The 24 can't quite hang there. May have to fall in line and let the draft do the job. Awesome racing here for the lead. Michael Cozy Jr., Dalton Kilroe. Behind them, not to be forgotten, it's Tyler Garey. Ian Habiuk actually got around Tyler Dugan. Ian running in 4th spot right now. And Tyler Dugan rounding out the top 5. But the battle was for the lead. And man, they were doing everything. Throwing everything at each other. The kitchen sink was out there. Some utensils. Knives, forks, spoons, whatever they had, they were throwing them at each other.
To answer Charlie's question, Chris, the season starts, so race lengths and stage lengths, all that stuff. Looks like they're going to be doing some stage racing there next season. But season 4 here at the Blazing Pedals, we're going to be starting the season on May 5th is the tentative date to start. Race number 1 is going to be Twin Ring. Then we're going to be heading over to Atlanta. We're going to be heading over to Daytona. DTM, I'm not exactly sure where that is. I think it's Canadian Tire Motor Park. Iowa, Auto Club, Indy, Bristol, Dover, Kansas will be the 10th race. Then we're heading to Charlotte, Martinsville, Gateway, Lucas Oil, the Roval at Charlotte, Michigan, Homestead, New Hampshire, Pocono, and then the championship race. Now, something that a lot of people, if you're new here on MaxSpeedTV with the Blazing Pedal guys, something that's cool about this league. So what they do is they race all season long, and then they put the championship race to a vote. And it was actually pretty tied up tonight, and I'm glad that we're here in Michigan, because what a way to... We started the season here. It's cool that we're ending the season here in Michigan. But what they do is they put all the races up for vote. Now, the only thing that it cannot be a road course. It cannot be a super speedway, unless that changes for next season. But every other track gets put up onto a vote. They let the drivers vote for a week. Whichever one wins, that's for the championship
Rick,
race.
don't want to interrupt, but the 24 of Dalton Kilroe trying to go again. They are lined up side by side. The 24 and the 77 not done yet. Lap 127 of 150. Dalton Kilroe has him by a nose, looking to hold on. The 24 looking for a real way around the 77 this time. Has to clear him. Has to put the pressure on. Meanwhile, 3rd and 4th place, Tyler Garey, Ian Habiuk starting to catch him up. Michael Cozy Jr. battling back on the outside. Dalton Kilroe by himself on the inside. Can't hold him. The momentum Cozy has on the outside, far too great. And the battle continues on, but look at this. That side-by-side action bringing 3rd and 4th place into the mix. And it's going to be, who does Tyler Garey go with? The 16 goes down. Ian Habiuk looking to try and take over 3rd from Tyler Garey. Ian, very racy tonight in the 16.
Ian's been one of those drivers, Chris, that's been a joy to watch it grow. We started here on MaxSpeedTV around the middle point of their last season there when they had the K&N cars. So we got to know Ian a little bit. Then he came out here in the trucks. I got to know Tim, following him with his real life racing stuff over there. And just, it's been amazing watching this kid grow and get better and better each race. And I just can't wait to see where he goes from here. Ooh, 25, a little loose, tapped the wall just a little bit there, Chris.
26, Tyler Garey.
26, yep.
Ian Habiak running in third. He has got the race leaders just in front of him. Dalton Kilroy looking to put the battle on the 77 one more time. Ian Habiak goes up high with the 77, looking to try and draft off from the race leader of Michael Cozy Jr. Dalton Kilroy stuck down in no man's land on the inside, trying to hold on to second spot. No, going for first now. Dalton Kilroy looking to put the 24 up ahead of the 77. The 16 goes down. 16 maybe trying to draft with the 24. This could be what Dalton Kilroy was looking for all along, a little drafting help down to the inside, and just as I say that, Ian goes up high. Tyler Dugan trying to catch up. He's just got a little bit of room to make up. Dalton Kilroy has Cozy by a little bit. The 16 sneaks down. Now Dalton Kilroy has to defend. No longer can he attack. He has to defend. Ian Habiak was looking good there.
Let me tell you, his heart is pumping right now, Chris. I mean, he's got a solid third right now. But listen, he's not done yet. He is going down below. Look at him go.
24 was looking to do it. 16 did it. And he was kicking up the turf. With that left side rear tire, the turf was flying. Ian Habiak came out to race tonight. The 16 in second spot. Ian Habiak got one more guy in front of him. It's Michael Cozy Jr. He's got Dalton Kilroy to the outside. And Habiak takes control. Ian Habiak has second place firmly. Tyler Dugan looking to take advantage. Dalton Kilroy falling back.
You know, Chris, if Ian's heart's not pumping right now, I can tell you mine is pumping enough for both of us right now, bro. This is so exciting and awesome to see right now.
Ian Habiak, firm control of second place. Tyler Dugan takes third away from Kilroy. Kilroy looks back to the inside, maybe putting the challenge back on. Kilroy looks to go back towards the front, the 24 on the inside of the 19. Kilroy has a slight advantage over the 19 heading into the corner. Kilroy makes that pass, puts Tyler Dugan back to fourth spot. He's got Ian Habiak ahead of him. Michael Cozy Jr., your race leader, with 17 laps to go. Fantastic run from the 16. Fantastic job from the 77. The 77 started this one shotgun. Ian Habiak having by far his best race of the season. And Dalton Kilroy looking to get some of that momentum back from last season going into next. The 24 looking to have a strong finish. The 19 would love to try and get ahead of him. Tyler Dugan looking for a top 3. Dalton Kilroy preventing that right now. Tyler Garey sitting in 5th spot in his number 26. The first race we were here, Tyler Garey was able to win that. He's got some ground to make up to try and pull that one off again. Michael Cozy out front. Ian Habiak doing a great job. Dalton Kilroy sitting in 3rd. Cozy starting to open up a little bit of a gap now over Ian Habiak, almost 0.3 of a second, 3 truck lengths. Kilroy and Dugan running nose to tail. They're running 3rd spot, 4th spot. Dalton Kilroy probably would like Dugan to get to the back bumper and start pushing a little bit. Oh, man, Kilroy just touched the wall a little bit. Saw little sparks flying there out of the 24. No damage.
One sad thing that I noticed, Chris, the 29, Chad Oxide, no longer out on track. I was looking for him there to see where he was. He has parked there for the rest of the season, it looks like.
Ian Habiak looking to try and close the gap on race leader Michael Cozy Jr. The gap is .266 right now. Loses a little bit of time getting into that corner. Dalton Kilrow running in third place. Tyler Dugan behind him. Tyler Garey running in fifth. Marshall Newton in his 76 running in sixth. Ashton Schleiss is running in seventh. Nick Rose eighth. Ty Morosco running in ninth place. Brian Dees rounding out the top 10. Terry Foster with a good run. He's running in 11th. We saw him spin, but no contact to the wall. Emmanuel Wolf running in 12th position. Nick Acquire still on pit road. Chad Oxendine still being scored 13th. Nick being scored in 14th. Kyle Gilbert, William Locklear, Brace Lewis, and Sam Baumgarten not on track.
Gavin Marlin Racing out there. Yeah, I bet Tim wasn't, man. I kind of wish that we were down in the spotter booth there when that was going on, because I could just imagine what Tim was saying. You know, probably saying pass his ass, not passing the grass. But hey, listen, good on Ian right now, running second in that number 16 TRJKarting Toyota Tundra, doing a fabulous job out there tonight, man. He's got my heart pumping, that's for sure. Take a quick second, thank everybody out there for watching out there in MaxSpeedTV land. If you haven't yet, give us a thumbs up. Give these guys some loves over here at Blazing Pedal. They love seeing that. We got 10 likes already. We got 25 people watching, so make that thumbs up blow up. If you haven't yet, hit that red subscribe button, that notification bell to know when MaxSpeedTV goes live, which is pretty much every night. We appreciate it. I can tell you right now, these drivers appreciate it. Tim over at TRJKarting.com, he appreciates it. Head over there if you're a sim racer. Pick yourself up some racing gloves, some shoes, some sweet swag. Got t-shirts, hoodies. Trying to get them to make some hats. Need those dad hats, the old school type. Stickers, posters, and all your karting needs, man. He's got some fabulous pricings, awesome shipping out there. Go out there, hit TRJKarting.com up. Give him a like on Facebook. Follow him on Twitter, Instagram. He's all over the place. And let your friends know. It'll be good to see you out there. We appreciate it. Keep smashing that thumbs up, boys. It's going up. I see it 11 now. Give these guys some love to finish out their season here at Michigan.
Michael Cozy Jr., your race leader with 10 laps to go. He's got Ian Habiak, Dalton Kilrow, Tyler Dugan, and Tyler Garey rounding out the top 5. Michael Cozy would love to make race win number 9 on the season, and that would be the last one of the season to round out what's been just unbelievable racing out of the 77. Give props where props are due. There's been multiple races where he has lapped everybody on the field. He had to do a little bit of work coming from behind here tonight, and certainly Chad Oxendine was giving him everything he could. Just not able to hang, and Oxendine now off track. And that does open up the door for Ian Habiak to run second to Michael Cozy Jr. Dalton Kilrow running in third.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. I look forward to seeing that. I mean, we're going to be taking a little bit of time off here on MaxSpeedTV. We do have one more race there on Wednesday, then all our leagues are off for at least a week. So I look forward to catching that new series there. I mean, I see Tim, he's been out there posting all about it, the Blue Gray Burr series. It's going to be awesome, man. And I can't wait to see. And hopefully if you have a Facebook page or something like that, I will definitely check that out so I can follow you too, man. It's going to be interesting. I'd love to see everything that Tim's out there doing, not only here for esports and the guys at Blazing Pedals, man, but for all the real life racing that he's tied into, all his drivers. I love following him on Facebook, watching these guys have good weekends, man. Tim, you're an outstanding person. We appreciate everything that you've done for Chris and I here up in the booth, and for these guys here at Blazing Pedals. It has been a joy of a season. We have 8 laps left to go, Chris, and this season is going to be done.
Michael Cozy still out front. Ian Habiak running second. The gap is starting to widen just a little bit, almost a second now for Michael Cozy Jr. Ian Habiak running in second spot. He's got Dalton Kilroe behind him. And Kilroe has Tyler Dugan right on his back bumper, maybe setting up for a last lap pass. Tyler Garey sitting in 5th spot. Again, he was the guy that won this race. Very first race of the season. And Tyler Garey came in tonight hoping, beyond hope, to sweep this place. Can't do it tonight, it don't look like, as he is running 5th spot, about 3.5 seconds behind your race leader. Sun is starting to set, not just here at the track, but on the season, as Michael Cozy heading on down the back stretch to try and make this one 5 laps to go when he crosses the start-finish line. It's been some great racing this season. Can't wait for next season. May the 5th, the tentative start date. A very interesting schedule that Rick read off earlier.
There it is, Gavin. Thank you for letting me know what that is. I threw that follow out there, buddy. I hope you have the best of luck out there on that season. Hey, we won't tell your parents. Him might, but we won't. Yeah, Michael Cozy Jr. dominating this season. As Chris said earlier, he's won 8 so far out of the 11 races that we have run. Tyler Garey's the second two-time, or the only other person that has multiple wins. He's won twice. Ashton Slice right there in that number 68 machine. Is sitting in 7th right now. He dominated there in Daytona at the road course. That was a fabulous race. It was awesome seeing these trucks out there on that road course. That was, I mean, every race this season, Chris, has been outstanding. And again, you know, Mark, Ryan, even though we killed your last name and made you change it to Wash, well, you did that on yourself. But you know, we appreciate everything and letting us broadcast this awesome season, being a part with you, and we look forward to continuing on with you. We got 27 people watching. Thank you for everybody out there in MaxSpeedTV land. If you haven't yet, please show these guys some love. Hit that thumbs up button. Give them some love for the end of the season here. I'd really appreciate it. We're sitting at 11 right now. We got 26 people watching. Let's do this.
Michael Cozy Jr. looking to wrap up this race. 3 laps to go. Ian Habiak running in second. He is falling back about a second. Dalton Kilroe about a second behind Ian Habiak. And Tyler Garey was able to get around along with Marshall Newton around Tyler Dugan. So Tyler Dugan back to 6th. The 76 of Marshall Newton would like to try and get ahead of Tyler Garey before the end of this one, but 2 laps to go here, Rick.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. Michael Cozy out there doing what he does best, Chris. That's leading this pack around. He's had a good race. Like you said, he started shotgun. He had to do a lot of work. I mean, the cautions helped out a little bit, moving him up through, but having an outstanding race out there. Looking forward to that interview. The one that I'm really looking forward to there is sitting in 2nd place right there, Chris. Ian Habiak. Hopefully Ian has his stuff figured out. We got 1 lap left to go.
Michael Cozy Jr. takes his 77 into turns number 1 and 2 for the last time. The 77 trying to end this season the way he has ended so many other races here this season. Up front, in firm control. He's got Ian Habiak in 2nd, about a 1.5 seconds behind him. Dalton Kilroe running in 3rd, Tyler Garey 4th, Marshall Newton 5th. And the 77 looking to try and get it done here. Turns 3 and 4 now completed. The 77 coming down the front stretch. And your race winner, ladies and gentlemen, the 77 of Michael Cozy Jr. in 2nd spot. It's Ian Habiak. Dalton Kilroe 3rd. Tyler Garey 4th. Marshall Newton 5th. Tyler Dugan ends up with a 6th place finish. Ashton Slice into the wall, finishing 7th. Ty Morosco 8th, Brian Dees 9th, and Nick Rose rounding out the top 10. Congratulations once again to Michael Cozy Jr. for just unbelievably good season out of that man right there, the number 77 of Michael Cozy Jr. Guys, we're going to be right back with some post-race interviews as we watch the 77 burn the house down. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic race, 300 miles, all done. And when it's all said and done, we have a top 3 decided. Michael Cozy Jr., Ian Habiak, and Dalton Kilroe. And it looks like we have all of those drivers in TeamSpeak with us, so we'll be able to chat with them all, starting with
because of
the guy who finished in 3rd place. Sorry, Dalton. It's Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, it's M4.
All right, but hey, listen. A good finish to the last race of the season, a 3rd spot, and the 24 with a new paint scheme out there. So a couple of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you were shooting pretty hard on Cozy there for a little while. It gave the ability for Ian and at the time Tyler Dugan to try and catch you. It looked like there may have been some slight contact between you and Ian, which set you back a little bit.
Yeah, going into 3 there, I thought he was going to go down a little bit more, but I guess his line is a little bit higher up than anticipated, so that was kind of on me, and I was trying to cool my tires off, get a run, catch Cozy again, because I really thought I could get by him, and I thought I had him once I cleared him off of 4, but he just came running back and burned my stuff up.
Yeah, it's so tough to try and pass somebody when they're on the outside. They have that momentum. But certainly, I watched you do it a couple of times there. You had a fast truck. I think if you could have gotten in front of him, we might be not talking to you yet, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I should have been a little more patient there because I just wanted to get ahead of Cozy, and I should have realized that we still had like 25 to go. And even though he had older tires, my fresh tires, had I saved him a little bit better, I would have just been able to blow by him later in the run.
All right, bud. Well, listen, congratulations again on the top 3 finish tonight. Hope to see you again next season. And anybody on that 24 that you need to thank?
Well, first off, I do want to have a huge shout out for TRJKarting.com because without them, hopping on board this season and then saying that they're going to do it again next season, which I'm glad to announce that we would not be able to do nearly what we do right now. without Tim and all of them, we wouldn't be the league that we are. I also got to thank my teammates, Tyler Garey, and I know Tyler Dugan's mad at me after what happened lap 10. I wasn't obviously trying to run him into the fence. It just happened. His car started pushing, but I thank all the other league admins for what they do to help put this league on, because I'm more like the lazy admin, I guess you could say, and they've made some good choices to keep this league going.
It sounds good, man. And I want to thank you, too, as one of the drivers here. Like I said during the broadcast, if you guys weren't out there racing, we would just be talking to ourselves. So congratulations again on a third-place finish tonight. I think you may have had something for Cozy if things had changed just a little bit. So you were definitely fast out there. Look forward to seeing you out here next season.
All right, thank you, guys.
And that is driver of the number 24, Dalton Kilrow, getting it done here in third spot tonight. And Rick, I know you had a chance to go in and check with Ian. I don't know if you were able to catch up with him.
Yes, I was, Chris. Ian Habiak, you got Chris and Rick up in the booth, buddy. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Oh, man, I've been waiting to talk to you up here in the booth, man. Congratulations on second place, man. It's been an honor and a blessing to watch you grow, man, and I'm so happy for you. I was telling Chris in the broadcast, I said, if Ian's heart's not pumping, mine's pumping hard enough for both of us, man. So congratulations on second. Tell us about your race a little bit.
Yeah, thank you guys. I mean, that was a crazy race. Just before going into this race, I chose Pocono for the last race because that was obviously my best finish before then. And coming into Michigan, I was like, I hate this track so much. I'm never good at here. And then next thing I know, I'm running in the top 3, top 5. I'm like, oh God, I actually have a chance in this. And then, so I took my chances. I didn't mean to run Kilrow up that high. But, I mean, he kind of ran me down to the grass earlier, so I guess we're equal now. But, yeah, all in all, just good win to Cozy, good championship. Man, one heck of a season.
Oh, man, that's awesome. So, listen, something new that we did this season, we started listening to you and your dad with the live spotting. How is that, having your dad on the other end of the microphone telling you what's going on around you?
Well, having my dad on the other side is definitely interesting, because whenever he gets mad at me, he'll start to yell at me on like a real spotter. But but I mean, at least it's a lot better than the iRacing spotter, because he actually tells me my fuel mileage and when I need to go conservative or I need to push a little bit more. And all in all, I just like the experience, and then you guys probably enjoy it up in the booth as well. So, I mean, I just can't thank him enough for one, helping the league, and then two, just being here for me.
Well, you're absolutely right, and like I told you earlier there, actually you stepped away there to relieve a little bit of pressure there. But I was talking with your dad, and it's just amazing what you guys have done for esports. I mean, it's amazing. I love watching what you guys do in the real life too. One last question before we let you go? Do you feel that iRacing actually helps you out there with the karts?
To me it does, realistically, because my home track is GoPro Motorplex there, and with the 206 stuff, it definitely helps with car control. And I won the season opener up there that way, just driving around and basically using the skills I've learned in iRacing with brake control and throttle control. And then everywhere we've gone to, down in Atlanta and then down to South Carolina to race, it's been one experience that I can thank to iRacing, just with all the support to my driving.
Well, that's awesome, brother. And again, I mean, I know you're getting a bunch of W's out there in real life, so congratulations. Usually I don't get to tell you that. I mean, I do tell you that on Facebook, but now I can do it personally, man. So congratulations. I really look forward to watch you grow, both here on iRacing with the Blazing Pedal guys and out there in real life. So is there anybody out there in the number 16 you need to thank tonight?
Well, obviously I need to thank my dad at TRJKarting for basically funding my whole entire esports and racing support. I need to thank jegs.com for with the support, with just with everything in my racing career, all this all this time. Autism awareness for, huh? Oh yeah, Mark and Ryan with the league. Just putting on one amazing league. Can't thank anybody enough.
That's
And also thank you guys too, because without you guys, we probably wouldn't get the notice that we get.
we enjoy having you guys out here, and it's pretty cool. Even after the race, your spotter is still spotting for you, Ian. Congratulations again, bud, on coming home in second place. And thank you, and thank your father for us too. That is Ian Habiak, driver of the number 16 TRJKarting.com Toyota Tundra, bringing it home second place tonight. And Rick, that means we've only got one more guy to talk to. It's going to be the race winner, the season winner, the champion. I don't know what else to call him other than Michael Cozy Jr. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Cozy Jr. This is Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, and I've been called worse, by the way.
Well, I'm not looking to call you worse, brother. You can't call the champion something worse. That's just not right.
I'd be surprised. I don't know.
Well, listen, the 77, you had it started at the rear. I took a guess here between Rick and I that you started towards the rear on your own volition tonight. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to have some fun. I didn't want to just go out there and dominate the whole race. I already did that enough this season.
Well, for a little while, it was looking like the 29 was going to have everybody's number. You had a slightly different pit road strategy, and of course, at the end, it didn't matter. But for a little while, he was stretching the gap on everybody, and I even compared him to what you normally do during a race. Did you think, well, if he didn't have the question, or if he didn't have the problem, excuse me, if he didn't have the problem, do you think you were going to catch him?
Oh, he wasn't winning, I'll tell you that right now. I mean, his strategy, the way he played it, it looked really good in the first half of the race because he ended up basically short pitting, I think, everybody. So he was down a set of tires. I mean, going into the race, we all knew we'd have to stretch it at some point. And, I mean, everybody behind him, including myself, had a set more, and everybody had to pit it like twice. So I was going to use both of my sets. I never even got to use all my sets, but I would have, I think he had about 10 seconds on the rest of the field, but the fall off was like a second or two at some point, so he would have lost a lot of time. But it worked out all right. So it got really interesting there towards the end with the cautions. I was on way older tires than everybody else. I don't know how the hell I held on, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah, well, speaking of the end there, you had Dalton Kilroe putting the battle on the inside a couple of different times, man. I thought he had your number there towards the end. Like you said, you had older tires going, and he knew it too. He was looking to put the challenge on. You ended up defending off twice, and then he had a little bit of an issue. Did you see any of that happen in the mirror?
Not really. I wasn't really paying too much of my rear view. Yeah, the thing with it is how the track changed. It cooled down a lot, so the tire wear wasn't near as bad. So it kind of helped and hurt me there towards the end. If it was still towards the beginning of the race, I probably would have been screwed. But I knew that. Like I that last caution I came in, I topped it off, and I didn't take tires just in case. I felt like that was the right call, and I think it was just in case. I had that set if we needed it, if we got through a run or halfway through that run, and we needed tires again because the fall off was still good. But yeah, at that point, it's just the tire wear wasn't quite as bad, and the speeds were higher, and it's just, you weren't falling off as bad. But we still had a long enough run to the point where I held my own, and I held it in the lead. I was trying to hold them off as long as I could because I knew their tires would start to fall off and get closer to mine. So after a while, I saw those guys. I started gapping them a little bit more and more and more. So shout out to 24 for racing me clean. As I pinched him pretty hard a good couple of times, but I was just trying to hold on because once I knew them tires started going down, man, I think I knew we were going to be all right.
All right, man. Hey, listen, it's gotten to that time where I sit back and mute my mic and let you go. So, Michael Cozy, who on that 77 tonight do you need to thank?
Oh boy, we gotta thank everybody tonight. So first off, shout out to my primary sponsor, Indie Racing, which is glad I think it's their first sim racing championship for them. I hope. I don't know. I know they sponsor folks in real life too, so they got a long list of success, but we'll add this one to the list. But yeah, shout out to those guys, man. Thanks for them being on the car. Shout out to everybody who makes the league work. Of course, you guys for broadcasting. Mark, I think he had surgery. Hopefully, he's doing well. And Ryan, and of course, can't forget TRJKarting for their support of the series. I really appreciate everything they do for the league. So, with that, everybody else in the car, not everybody's got a slot on the car, but shout out to everybody, all the members, and everybody who is on the car. Let's see. We got Newton, who was a teammate all season. Man, I almost forgot my teammates. Can't forget my teammates. Newton, Schleiss. Travis raced a couple of times. I think raced once or twice. Who else? Schleiss and Diggin. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but Gilbert. Can't forget those guys. Thanks for those guys for the help all season. And shout out to the rest of everybody. Let's see. Hunter, Preet, Cameron Kane, Tyler Diggin, Nass Dude, What If Racing, Matthew Hibbard, Motorsports Games, Ziegler, Miss Crafts, Band for Days, Steve Goodwin, Robbie Rock, First Lat, Casey Wood, JPL, Project Vash, Dennis Sloom, Mark Eckstein, Rum Bandit, T. Fane, Ed Soundhead, Show Me Your Doodle, JJ Lawson, Kate Hill, Gabriel McLaughlin, Jared Underhill, Caleb Florkey, Rosie Boy, Larry McReynolds, Rogue, Nick A, Moonhead, Chris Smith, Austin Landry, Hoppy Jock, Jacob, Red Falcon, Cleveland Ethan, Tyler Johnson, G-Man, the Random Duo, Jonathan British, Brett, the Miller Man, CRX QZ, John Hagen, Donald King, and Ellis Field. So thanks so much to those guys, and I think that's everybody.
All right, bud. Well, listen, congratulations once again. 9 wins this season, taking the championship home in his number 77. It's Michael Cozy Jr., and what a hell of a season for that driver. Holy cow. It doesn't get much better than that. Almost perfection. Only 3 races run this year that he didn't win. And guys, that is going to wrap it up for this night and for this season here at Blazing Pedals. Oh, actually, Rick, we have one more thing we have to do, and that is, see, tonight is a pay race. We didn't talk about that. Top 3 drivers are going to get a little payout, and we have $5 we're going to throw at a driver. Who's it going to be? I think the move of the night, I'm going to give it to Ian Habiuk. Ian was able to run in the top 10 for most of the night, looking good out there, ends up getting around and finishing second, getting around Dalton Kilrow. That's a heck of a good move. Awesome fun to watch. And that is going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much again for coming out tonight, supporting us here on MaxSpeedTV. Rick and I sure do appreciate it, as do the guys here at Blazing Pedals. Tim and Ian over at TRJKarting.com also appreciate it. And we can't thank you enough. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.